A single catastrophic moment shattered the world's serenity. A kingdom and its people ended in the blink of an eye, their past buried, their present decimated, and their future obliterated. Wise men, scholars, and soothsayers debate who or what happened to the western reaches. Was it the anger of the gods, a falling celestial body, an arcanist experiment gone awry, or something far more insidious that swept clean the west in a conflagration of screams, ash, and fire? Hundreds of years later, life returned, and with it an inevitable attempt by civilization to encroach upon what nature had reclaimed. It was the dreaded Red Hand of Doom who finally retook and rebuilt the keep. They were the first residents, but certainly not the last. The dwarves of Ashforge, the blue worm Fafnir, a banished adventuring party simply known as the Six Blades, all held the keep and lost it by hubris, tragedy, or invasion. Now the paladin Lord Peridin Drysdale resides over what is known as Restwall Keep, there to protect the point of a civilization's spear. Drysdale struggles against precariously balanced desires to spread the word of Erathis, maintain tenuous peace, and find out just what lies behind the ancient king's wall. Here rest the relics of bygone ages, a kingdom buried beneath the grip of nature renewed, and at the center lies the unknowable mystery and danger of the Chaos Scar. The past, present, and possible future lay before you, adventurers, if you have the courage to explore.
Good evening. It's I, your friend, your lover, the guy who sometimes mows your yard, Darky and Ginger. Welcome to Chaos Guard episode 6. So I'm not going to waste a bunch of time. Let's go around the table. Everyone introduce yourselves. Introduce who you're playing. Let us know if you've leveled up.
Normally we go clockwise, so on the screen. So Darren, you're first.
Oh, okay. So hi, I'm Darren. I am playing Gilgath, who is a Goliath barbarian, because I'm basic, and I am on my third adventure, so my first or second level.
You're first until the end of tonight.
Okay, sounds good.
And I would say Gilgath is anything but basic.
Okay.
Brian, playing Timothy Leafwalker, Halfling Rogue. Second session.
I'm Mike. I'm playing Connor McBrin, Storm Human Variant Storm Sorcerer. This is my third session as well. So hopefully, if I don't die, I'll get a level up after tonight. That'd be nice.
We tried really hard last time.
I make no promise.
Yeah, we did try very, very hard, and I think I was one of the only people that got out of it without getting accidentally killed. So I'll take it.
Well, I mean, sometimes roofs fall on people, and sometimes
you do thunder wave in the middle of a crowded hallway in a mine.
Sometimes you do a hit, and you don't mean to. You just do a hit.
Don't tempt Ben. He'll try to kill all of us.
I'm level 1. I've only got so many spells, okay?
You've got this many?
If you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
I'm Cassandra. I'm playing Dianthus, who is my 4th session. So I have leveled. So she is currently, as a druid, a Circle of the Spores druid. So she's got some fancy new little spores that are always floating around her, and she can now wild shape. So
nice.
Excited. I've never done a druid, to be honest. Not like a.
I don't think you have. Yeah, that's a new one for you.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna fuck this up, and it's just gonna be a thing. Sorry.
It's fair, Shaggy. It's fair.
But we're all gonna be along for the ride, so it'll be a good old time.
All right, so let's jump right in because this one could be very, very interesting. So you all are still employed by. Oh, one thing I want you all to do is to go through all of your coin and subtract 25% from it.
Oh boy, you're asking. That's a big ask for me. This is the guy that almost didn't graduate high school because he failed math so many times.
I'm sure if you message Cassandra, who loves math.
It's okay. I can do a little rounding. The amount of gold I have is actually very easy to divide.
Yeah, just take a quarter of it away.
I assume we're rounding up.
Round what's advantageous to you.
Okay.
So here's my question: why is it a percentage? Because the more money I have, the more money I'm spending to stay there. When I could choose to stay in
a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle.
But I don't. What if I don't want to live lavishly?
Really?
Do we need to tell you how?
Yeah, we had all this time to go over this in the chat, like on Facebook, and now you're like, no, we're talking about this now on stream.
So just realize how much.
I want to talk about my economic situation, my lifestyle.
Just realized how much money I had, and that's losing a lot of money when I feel like she's a live in the woods in a tent kind of person, not like a real nice place.
It's more like upkeep for everybody.
Do we need to tell you how much? Are you like taking this into the pool, like for the finder's fee or something? Does it matter?
Because I lost 28 gold, and that's a lot of gold.
I'm down 26.25, so whatever that is.
Round to your advantage.
Go to 26, yeah. So 26.
I don't know what I did with my notebook. I have my character sheet on my hard drive here. Crap. I'm sorry.
I mean, no, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. I mean, it's not a big thing, but I just want to make sure that we're doing that. If you want to file a formal complaint,
now is not the time.
Yeah, I will be willing to hear it later. Please complete all the proper paperwork in triplicate and send it to my office.
If you're talking to me, I missed it because the internet crapped out.
Perfect.
I've deducted the money. I'm going to complain about this later, though, just so you know.
Fair. I'm not saying you don't have the right to complain.
Oh, I don't. Shaggy, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad at all. I'm just saying math is not my strong suit. That's all.
Don't worry about it. It's. I think being good at math is an innate talent. It takes practice.
Oh, look, it's done, dude. I'm not worried about it.
All right. So, your
good
members of the Finders Guild and Hushk, who is your current decision maker, a lizard folk, comes to you and lets you know you have a job. And this is a good paying job. And it is a potential repeat customer, high paying, high risk. Who lets you know you're going to be accompanying one Hesskin Flamebrow, who is a Dragonborn treasure hunter. Some would say tomb raider, grave robber. You know, a lot of other not so nice terms. Who's making an expedition into the Scar because he has gained information of a possible area he would like to unearth. Now, the problem with that just so happens to be that he's also gained information that a brown dragon wormling has taken up residence there. And that is why you're being hired. You're there to provide frontline support to help deal with this beast. Don't have to kill it. You just need to keep it out of the way. For that humble duty, for that not undifficult prospect, you're each going to receive 100 gold pieces. That's already with your 25% taken out. So 100 after dues and fees. That's 100 a piece.
Did he say what sort of size dragon to expect, or did he just say brown dragon?
Wormling.
Okay.
To their knowledge, it's a wormling.
Okay.
So,
to their knowledge.
To their knowledge.
Aha.
Well, you know, make me an insight check.
Well, I'm not saying that they're lying or anything. I'm just saying
No. They think this is
question mark.
Fair question.
That's a big old question mark. Insight for me, I actually rolled really well. I got a 21.
Hushk is always, I mean, because they're lizard folk, you're not sure they are capable of lying. That they're pretty much everything's in black and white terms.
Okay.
The information that he's been given, which one thing that you're being told right now is when you take jobs, one of the reasons you're charged so much is the jobs are vetted with a truth spell. So the person coming to them with the job can't lie. So to the person bringing that up's knowledge, it is a brown wormling.
Okay.
Anything else you guys want to do before you leave on your expedition?
I do.
We don't have. I don't feel like it's necessary to role play it or anything, but I guess I would like to see if there's a healing potion or two I can buy somewhere.
I would like to go visit Gelda.
Okay, you guys can go visit Gelda. Gelda might have those on her. Excuse me.
Was Gelda the super suspicious shopkeeper from last time?
Gelda was the one that the other shopkeeper did not like.
Yeah, she's the one that owes me 10 Dragon's Breath potions.
Dang.
Yes.
That's going to be important to take.
Gelda
That's
was
nice.
the one that was pretty cool to you guys. It was the guy across the street, Bosco Heldman, that was the guy that was.
So I'd like to go
having
see
a
if
feud. Okay,
I'd like to go see if she has any of the Dragon's Breath potions.
What we can even say there's been a month between last time and this time. So by the way, Dianthus, the slumbering has returned to you.
I was just going to ask. I was like, that was something I don't know.
I was looking back through my notes to see if I had anything about Gelda, and what I have is Gelda's goods - she's crazy.
Yeah. She's pretty wild, yeah.
So
Timothy, you can already have gotten it. She does pay it.
Gotcha.
And in fact, we'll say because you were able to bring so much, and because you did inquire about it last time, you guys all get a healing potion off of her for it. So you all walk away with one. And we're going to say it is a 2d6 plus your con.
Okay. And I guess if I can buy like one or two more, I would definitely be interested in doing that quick.
These are off. These are under the table.
Oh.
She lets you know that these keep it on the hush hush because these are from the crossroads. And
okay.
She doesn't need that kind of heat. Maybe Super Spike. We'll see.
My note says I have one halfling bomb, and I need to go back and figure out what exactly I meant by that.
D&D.
One halfling bomb?
I know.
What did I do?
What I'm just saying is like, I don't know.
No, I know. That's what I was like, why am I going to go look at my detailed notes and find out?
So
those were the bombs that we picked up from the little camp that was outside the mine.
Oh, that's right. Okay. It does something.
That's also the one that took down the roof of the mine when I threw it.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna do something real great when I use it. That's what I know.
I thought you said you had one halfling mom, and I was like, I don't remember you having a halfling mom. Oh, that's well. Okay, sure.
That's my mom.
This is.
Anything else you want to do before heading out beyond the keep and getting up with this caravan?
I'd like to know how my slow meringue came back to me.
Okay. So about a day after you returned from your dealing with the Brothers Gray, you were like where you stay, the guild house, the Finders Guild house is like it's a very up and down building. So it's like 3 stories tall. And the corners are all little like apartments for multiple people. And each one has like a corner little deck on it. And you were out there just chilling, communing with nature, breathing in the misty morning air to let the sun's rays upon its rise bathe you. And as you took a deep breath in, you heard a noise and you raised your hand and slumbering right into your hand.
Oh, good. I caught it. It didn't like hit me in the head or something.
Yeah.
I was expecting it, like Spike said, to the face.
Sure. I mean, let's see what happens. All right. So, anything else anyone wants to do?
No, I think I'm good.
I'm all set.
Gelgath, you got anything you want to do before you leave? Okay. So you guys head out the gate. Surprisingly enough, the 3 guards you're used to dealing with are not there today. So you make your way out, and what you see are a few carts pulled by larger than oxen, but not quite auroch sized. These 2 carts are just loaded with goods. There is a few humans around, but primarily Dragonborn. And there are some kobolds along. Everyone can make me a perception check.
Is Kag one of them?
18.
16.
I'm taking it that Gelgath and Dianthus did not roll well on that.
I'm off to a real great start. I got an 8.
Oh,
Which says a lot because I have a +5.
it is Kag, and
Nice.
it was a little hard to notice them because they're not dressed in their normal mix of their fire scale emblems and the farming clothes you saw them with last time. They are now wearing kind of a mishmash of equipment, all brandished with what you can only assume is Hesskin Flamebrow's emblem They also don't make eye contact. They're all just kind of like head down.
Just for the memory banks, what does that symbol look like?
Which one?
The is it the symbol of the guy we're working for is on their stuff?
Yeah, it's just like we'll just say it's like a, because I don't know. It's a, you know what? I'll ask you, what is it? What is this symbol? That's easier than me making it.
Oh boy.
I mean, you could all jump in on this.
This kobold's a dragonborn. I don't know. I feel like a claw of some kind is appropriate.
Well, his last name's Flamebrow, so my only other thought would be like the upper jaw and head of a dragon and like flame coming off of it.
I like that.
He is a red dragonborn.
So like a flaming dragon head.
Yeah, like the top half of it.
Almost like a dragon skull on fire.
Yeah, almost like a dragon skull. That's even better. Like look at us all. And the flames coming off his head look like dragon claws coming up like out of flame.
I like
All
it.
right.
I like it.
So now we've just took all three of our ideas and smushed them into one beautiful thing. So hopping down off the lead cart to meet you is a pretty tall and broad shoulders, but very lean looking dragonborn who peels back his hood and takes a sweeping low bow and says, "You're the hands that I paid for, correct?" Yeah, I'm talking to you for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, us?
Good. So, all of you ride with me so I can give you a little bit better lay of the land and what we're getting ourselves into. Sound fair?
You got it, boss man.
Yep.
He whistles and he has kobolds bring you like some rations and wineskins. So as you ride along, I mean, you're going where you've been. Actually, it's a pretty easy and a pretty quick, because you're on wagons, trip faster than you've ever like traveled through this area. And as you're going, I mean, after probably about an hour, because you can go pretty quick, but not as quick as you'd like because there's not all roads. You find yourself on the road going by Earthmain Keep, which is, for those of you who played in the first episode, that's where you went the first time. And it is now almost looks like a mud volcano. There's just this bubbling mud pile that is now like overrun 4 feet of the remaining walls from the inside out.
What is the name of this location?
Earthmain Keep.
Did we do that? Or is that...
I don't think I was with the group for that one.
I was, and I don't remember doing that.
It wasn't so much what you did, it's what you didn't do.
That's what I was trying to think. I was like, was it a consequence? It's fine.
There
We didn't
were-
do it technically.
So you're saying this looks like melted? Almost?
It's just mud. It's
Mud.
warm, bubbly mud.
Okay.
Wasn't
It's mud bath.
Yeah.
Does it
So
look like... Sorry, I guess I can make a perception check or something, but does it look like the mud is like what's left of the walls of this keep?
No, you don't even need to do that. It looks like somewhere beneath the surface, mud is generating and pushing its way out and expanding.
Okay.
Mud lava.
It's hot. It's not like gonna hurt you, but it's like a warm mud spring or whatever. But it's built up so much because it's flowing out constantly. Hesskin has the stop and he kind of jumps down, looks back at you four and says, I heard tell a couple of you been here before. What is this? I mean, I know where it is and I know who it used to belong to, but was it like this when you came?
No, it was Bullywug Lair. I mean, it was certainly muddy on the inside, but
Oh,
Yeah, we moved around in it. I don't remember being this muddy.
Well, you know, unless you could swim in mud, you're not going to be even getting where you. I'm taking it you were beneath the surface.
Yeah.
My digging led me to believe there's a laboratory down there.
No idea. This is my first time here.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if we saw a
Yeah,
laboratory.
this is new to me as well.
Well, you don't need to give away your trade secrets. I appreciate your keeping quiet about what you saw in there. I would ask you, who'd you do that job for? So that's one thing I couldn't find out. It wasn't for old Onius Earthmane, was it? And no offense, Gilgath. I take him all as I meet him. He's a big, stupid-looking Goliath.
I see. Well, I guess I'm short for a Goliath, and hopefully I don't look stupid.
Oh, no. This guy's just a pompous ass. I know he was trying to get in there. His ancestors, this was one of their strongholds.
I don't remember as a player who hired us to do that.
It wasn't him.
Yes,
It was a tiefling. It was a tiefling. He did have the same job offered, but you took the tiefling's offer.
Dark
Who
spell?
just wanted the mud off of them, and that was a tiefling named Nyron Darkspell.
Dark spell. I pulled up the message board and I looked at it.
So I'm assuming you don't have any. He's looking at you, Gilgath. I'm assuming then you don't have any loyalty to old Onius then.
No.
Good. Excellent. Well, I mean, I guess when I win and I get around to it, I'll use a couple. He kind of glances over at the kobolds to maybe fish it out down there and see what's what. I'm sure I can rig something up so they can get enough air to get by. And he beckons you back over to the cart and you move on. You move down the road, and after about another hour, you hit the farms that some of you saw last time when you headed towards the mine, where the fire claws had been. One thing you do is you stop at the first one, and Hesskin he whistles, and he has the carts covered with foliage, and he has you guys take up residence in one of the houses with the window as a lookout.
Not the one where all the bodies were, right?
All that's been cleaned up by the fire claws.
Yeah, there are people living, or like, because we when we finished up last time, I think there had been a discussion about sending people out here to like kind of clean up and start keeping watch and stuff, and
Yeah.
That hasn't happened.
The kobolds we sent back.
Yeah, the fire claws have been doing that.
Oh, those are the fire claws. Got it.
Yep.
Said,
That's Kagan and his crew.
Who are now working for Hesskin. So he kind of pulls you in. He says, "We're gonna do a little looky-see. See, those kobolds that I've got in my retinue currently said that old Kethentir, which is the name of the brown wormling, has been using this area as a hunting ground because." He points out the window and you see some loose cattle just grazing in a clearing. Easy meal. And while I heard it's a wormling, and my negotiator said it was a wormling, I want to see with my own two eyes before we know it's a wormling.
Good idea.
So the wormling has taken over Gemcrest's area?
Oh, no. No, that's a wormling would be a snack. Key is it? Gemcrest can't fly. Well, that we know of. So let's just take a moment and do a little watching. He pulls up a chair and he leans back and pulls out a pipe made out of horn and starts taking big pulls off of it. Anything you guys want to do while you wait?
I'm just
Kind
going
of
to
a
make some small
cramped-
talk with Keg.
So you head over to where the kobolds are. And a green dragonborn steps in front of you.
Can I help you?
I was about to ask you the same question.
Well, I was just going to go talk with my friends over here.
These are not your friends. You are looking for different kobolds. These are
No, I'm pretty sure
employees.
Keg's over here.
These are employees similar to you, except for they're long-term employees, and they're my responsibility.
I wasn't going to hurt them. They helped us out last go around.
I don't think that a conversation is warranted here. And they kind of look you up and down, and then look at the kobolds who all look down and away.
All right. I'll just leave it be for now.
And the dragonborn, she smiles when you walk away, and it's just teeth. It's a very toothy grin. And it also looks very forced. Like something smiling that does not know how to smile.
Okay.
Connor, Gelgath, Dianthus, anything you want to do?
I don't think so. I guess I'm keeping an eye out, just generally, not like on watch, but just kind of like leaning up against one of the carts, just looking around.
It's not, but I'm thinking it might happen Sunday.
I would like to just kind of walk around the area and see if there's anything like tracks that don't belong there.
When you leave, Hesskin sends a couple humans with you, and a dragonborn, and they kind of go with you, and they're just kind of all you're doing a little. There's not a whole lot of foot traffic that looks out of the ordinary. There's a lot of kobold tracks. There's old tracks that you follow, or that the rest of your group followed before when they came this way. Is there anything in particular you do see? I think that you do see where there are definitively where a worm of some size has settled down, but you can't tell how big because it looks like it was just a pounce and off.
Is there any sign of a like breath weapon of any flavor?
There's not.
I guess I was sort of sitting around. I'm mulling over in my head if I know anything about dragons, any useful information potentially.
You can make me a nature check.
Okay.
You all can if you'd like to see what you know about these amazing creatures.
That's a big old 3.
You know dragons, but brown is a color you're not familiar with.
Sure.
I got a 15.
Okay.
18.
18.
I got an 8.
Okay. Gelgath, dragons is dragons.
I would like to ask the Dragonborn with me. So how big? So from those footprints, I assume that there, we can kind of tell.
Yeah.
What it's not, right?
It's probably you're thinking a little bit bigger than a horse.
Okay.
Just based upon like how and also just the logistics of picking up a cow.
Yep.
So you're like, oh yeah, I'm thinking it's about that big, and they're pretty much. You guys are kind of having this conversation. You're all in agreement.
Okay, and I'll ask the Dragonborn also. Do you know anything about brown dragons?
He kind of looks at you and he says, "Not much. I mean, the boss tells me what I need to know, so I just kind of do what he says.
Okay.
I mean,
Yep.
I've never seen a brown. White, yeah. Red, yeah. Done some work for a red up north. You know, Gravish is green. She actually comes from a family who served under a green dragon, so I know a little bit there. But
Is that your smiley friend over there?
yeah, she's got to keep the kobolds currently. It's her week. Yeah, as far as Brown, I mean, I don't know. Hesskin is the guy to ask. He's the brains of the operation.
Okay. I will do that.
I mean, flying, breath weapon, that's about it. I don't know what it spits, but it's probably something nasty.
Yep.
Timothy and Dianthus, as you two kind of consult one another, Dianthus, you know that brown dragons are primarily ambush hunters. They also like caves. They also like silty, sandy, loose ground because they kind of pull like a trapdoor spider move with it. Timothy, you know that their breath weapon is an interesting one. Their breath weapon is a scorching air. It's superheated air. There's no flame involved in it. Their lungs pull the air in, and they're inside of their body. Another reason why they're hard to deal with is their inside of their body is like a furnace. So their blood is even hot, and you could be scalded by it. But they literally pull air in, and then when they expel it in their breath weapon, it's so hot that it can actually suffocate you because it'll suck up all the oxygen out of their breath. So it's a very, very, very nasty breath weapon. They're not common at all. They're very rare to run across. They're very greedy, and they definitely enjoy having underlings.
Smunderlings.
Like, you won't see one of these things without underlings. Even as a wormling, they will have underlings.
Mm-hmm.
Can I go check on that herb field?
Yeah.
But I'd like to sneak away if possible.
Make a stealth check.
Uh, 22.
Easy peasy. Everyone's kind of watching where the cattle are grazing or eating or just kind of relaxing because it's kind of that calm before the storm type of thing. You just slip away. Make me another stealth check.
Another 22.
Can you make me another stealth check, please?
Yeah, another 22.
Oh, another 22?
Yeah,
dang.
another 22.
Gelgath, make me a perception check.
Five.
Okay. Gelgath, you don't catch Timothy slide by in the tall grass, and neither do any of the two humans or the Dragonborn with you. Timothy, you just kind of slide in that low grass, make your way down, and you get to the field area. And the field area is relatively clean. Like, it looks like it's been kept up. Like someone's come back here and has done harvesting.
Okay. Is there can I gather some more of the herbs that
It's
Gelda
cleaned out.
That's cleaned up completely? Okay.
You think that you can try to get some seeds out of it, what's remaining, but there's no plant to take back.
Okay.
So if you want to try to get some seed material to try to give, so there's a potential of it being grown away from this site, you can make me a nature check at disadvantage.
Uh, 13.
You're able to get, roll me a d4.
D4. 3.
You're able to get 3 suspicious seeds.
Suspicious seeds. Sweet.
You're not sure if they'll work, but you're able to get that. There's a lot of like plant matter that was kind of rotted and dried out. This is what you're able to get away from it. At this point, I want Gelgath and Timothy to X saving throws. I don't know. Yeah, you know, just make me. First of all, I take it back. Make me perception checks first.
9.
Okay.
14.
Okay. Now you can make me dex checks. Timothy at regular, Gelgath at disadvantage, please.
Wow, that's still a 19.
Dang!
I have a 17.
You both, and along Gelgath, also your compatriots you're with, you're able to lay flat as a spread of wings darkens the sunset, coming actually from the sun itself, as far as like where the sun is behind it, causing kind of an interesting glare. You are able to look up and see this brown wormling just fly down like a bird of prey, scoop up a cow in its 4 claws, basically, and loop around and fly back in a different direction.
I guess I'll make my way back to the caravan.
Do we see this at the caravan?
Yes. Inside the house, everybody sees it. And you get a good look. It's a brown wormling. It's big. Like it's getting close to not being a wormling anymore, but it is still a wormling.
Can we get a rough estimate on the wingspan?
Probably.
Or like if I need to roll to gauge it or something?
No, I'm just trying to figure it in my head what a wormling's wingspan would be.
Or just like general size, like not necessarily wingspan, but just like the general size.
It's a little bit bigger than a horse, as far as like its height from claw to head. It's of course.
So it's probably got a good sized pair of wings. You'd need to have some big old wings to lift the body the size of a horse off the ground.
It's
so like Clydesdale size horse, or
thicker than a regular horse, but definitely not like 10-hand tall horse. Whatever a Clydesdale is, 20 hands tall.
So really, a cow is not that much. Like it's smaller than it, but it's not a significant smaller.
It's just so
it's
much
really that
wider.
Okay.
A horse can
brown
kill you.
Almost. Yeah, it's almost like rocky in appearance, and kind of especially for Timothy and Gelgath, when it flies over you, there is a soft rain of silt and dirt coming off of it, and it looks like its scales are coated in a sheen of it.
would there be like an area around here that would give this kind of sheen, or the material that'd be coming off of it?
Further into the scar where the land is a little more blasted, and that's where you're headed.
Okay.
So you rest the night, since Hesskin wants everyone well rested, since now you've seen what you're up against. Anything you guys want to do on your night?
I mean, if anybody, if they need someone to keep watch, I guess I would volunteer.
Some of the Dragonborn seem ready to take you up on that offer, but Hesskin kind of goes, no. This, you all get some rest. You're gonna need it.
All right.
I'm gonna pretend to sleep during first watch because I'm a little weirded out by that.
Just when you're pretending, are you trying to do anything during it, like just listening, or what do you want to do?
Yeah,
Okay.
listening. Maybe poking an eye open.
You know what? Make me an investigation check, Gelgath. It is a soft rain, a soft, dirty rain. Not quite a chocolate rain. What'd you get?
14.
14. All right. So you overhear a few of his crew talking about a whistle. You can't make all of it out, but they're talking about like, hey, I mean, kind of one of them kind of giddy over it, but saying, who I am so glad that, I just lost what I was looking for, which makes me real happy.
The best.
Sure glad that we got that whistle off of Naneth back in Restwell. I mean, this is why Hesskin's in charge, the other one says. Yeah, that whistle, it's going to make things real easy. It's about all you catch.
Okay.
Timothy, anything you want to do?
I'm just going to kind of skulk around. I mean, I'm a rogue, so like.
Did you want to try to sneak any time with CAG?
Yeah, I mean,
Make me
he's
a
kind of
stealth
my guy. I got
Make me a stealth check.
Let's see. Still. I have 23.
CAG also rolls really well. You guys are able to skirt away for a short period of time. And as soon as you kind of get out of the view of everyone, you're outside, he grabs your arm with both hands and shakes it. And he says, good to see you again.
You too, my friend. What have you been up to?
He kind of looks at you with this look of like incredulousness on his face and says, can you not see?
Well, it looks like you're slaves to this guy.
Pressed into service.
Ugh. I'm sorry. Is there anything we can do to help out?
I am afraid we have let the farm down by being forced to be porters and miners and underlings.
Well, when we get back to town, I'm going to see what we can do about getting you back into the farm.
Hesskin looks around. Hesskin is going to take us with him if we live.
Well, then maybe we make it look like you die.
He kind of looks at you and he says, I worry that we will die.
You got me with you. We're not going to die.
I have heard stories of this worm. And it has an entire clan of kobold that serve it. And it is only a wormling, and yet still they serve.
Well, maybe we can free you from Hesskin's services one way or another.
I can hope, and I will tell my brethren to hope as well. It is good to see you, Timothy.
You as well. We better get back before they start getting suspicious.
Yes. And both slip away. Connor, anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, I guess. Since they don't need anybody to be on watch, Are there any other like caravan guards, caravan hands, like sitting around playing cards, drinking, just kind of?
There are definitely some humans and Dragonborn doing that.
I just kind of want to go see if I can kind of mingle a little bit. Connor's fairly, I would say, based on kind of what I've got in my head for how he came to be here, he's got a little bit of practice sort of mixing and mingling with maybe not necessarily most scrupulous individuals.
You head over, and a small group are playing a game of chance in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the humans looks up at you and says, "You gonna watch all night, or you gonna get in?"
If there's room, absolutely.
If you've got coin, there's always room.
How much is buy-in for a couple rounds?
They all kind of look at each other. Gold piece per throw.
Can I make an
And they're
insight check?
they're just throwing dice against the wall, basically.
Sure. Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
Just to see if he's trying to like grift me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. +4 insight. Don't fail me now. 10. Fuck.
I failed you now.
They don't seem to be grifting you for coin,
Mhm.
but you get the distinct impression they're very eager for you to play because they definitely feel like they can separate you from yours.
Sure. Okay, well, yeah, I'll sit down. I'll throw in a gold piece. Look for one
Okay.
round. See what happens.
Roll me a 2d6. You need to beat their roll of 2d6.
Let me fish out a second D6 here.
Is there anything you want to do to try to affect the roll?
I don't know if there is. Let me get a second D6 out here, and then let me check. I don't think I have any of those kinds of skills necessarily. Spells wise, I got nothing.
Sleight of hand.
My sleight of hand isn't my sleight of hand isn't very good. Connor relies on being kind of young, sort of likable, and kind of attractive. So he's mostly just got the charisma thing going for him. I don't really think I have anything that would work
Okay, what'd you roll?
in this situation. I got a 5 total, 4 and a 1.
You look down and they've got a 10 total and they swoop your gold coin.
All right.
Hey, it happens.
No,
It
of
happens
course.
to all of
Of
us.
course, it's just a game.
It's a game. It's
All in
sometimes
good
you don't
fun.
roll
All
well.
in good fun. This isn't my first time playing cards with a bunch of strangers or rolling dice or whatever.
One of the Dragonborn butts in between you and the human who was talking to you and says, "Well, how about me and you? We'll roll a bit of dice.
I'll go one more. You guys seem like
How
you're
about double?"
double. For now, you know what? I didn't start off so hot. Let me see if I can get going get rolling, and then maybe we'll up the ante.
He looks around and says, "That's a smart man there."
Like I said, this isn't my first time sitting down rolling dice with a bunch of strangers. So, all right.
Okay. This particular Dragonborn pulls out a bronze mug, drops his dice in, and starts to shake it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's roll. Unless there's something you wanna do.
I rolled a 6. While I'm rolling, can I quickly just see if I can notice anything fishy about the way he did that, or
It definitely make me an insight
mug?
check.
Is anybody else using a mug to roll their dice in? Okay. All right. Can I make
You
perception
make that insight check, yeah.
insight check? Okay. All right. Come on. Don't roll a 6 this time. Ooh, I got a 19, 23.
There's definitely something fishy going on here. And when he rolls boxcars. Oh, look at that. He pulls back and takes a drink of his mug, which now has liquid in it. That'll be one. Swoop down with his
Because I know
gnarled
he's
claw
playing
and
me.
take your coin and bite on it and slip it in.
Yeah, you can have the gold piece.
Well, I want it, so I'll be taking it.
That's a pretty interesting tankard you got there. Where'd you get that? It looks like you've had that for a while.
Family heirloom.
Oh yeah, which is a story.
I mean, Story is I took it off my brother after I pulled the dagger out of his back. He owed me 20 gold pieces. So I figured everything else he had on him plus the 20 was just interest.
Sure.
There's
You know
your
what?
interesting story.
I've heard worse. That's no judgment. I know people who've gotten killed over less.
They all kind of look at one another and kind of laugh. And they're like, then you're rolling with the right crew.
You know what? I'm going to, like, I don't know how we don't have to keep doing this forever, but I want to, like, even if I'm going to lose, I want to kind of play a few rounds and sort of, like, endear myself to these guys and kind of try and, like, let them think that they've kind of pulled one over on me.
You can use whatever charisma-based skill you'd like for that.
I would like to use persuasion. That's a little
make
higher.
your persuasion check. And then roll me a d6, and that's how many rounds you lose. And then roll me a second, and that's how many rounds you win.
Okay. It's going to be a 22 for persuasion.
Yeah, these guys and gals think you're pretty swell by the time this is done.
All right. Yeah. That's all I wanted to kind of ingratiate myself a little bit. I rolled a 5 and a 4, so I lose 5, win 4.
But you got 4 back, so you lost 7 altogether.
So I just lose 1 more, really.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'm at 75 gold pieces still. That's no big deal.
So the Dragonborn who had the mug.
Mm-hmm. Can I see, what does he do with the mug? Like when I leave, like as things are like winding down for the night, or he goes off to go on watch, or whatever. What does he do with that?
Slides it in he slides it by a pouch on his pocket and then wraps a piece of leather binding to it, like it's almost like a twine, like you piece bond a weapon with.
Okay.
He's someone who was impressed with you, especially the fact that you took those losses without complaining and kept playing.
Yeah.
Also, you're just kind of persuasion,
Yeah, I think I would have, if we're looking for some detail, I think I would have discussed my time in a very small time, nothing fancy, small time kind of underground, free combat kind of fighting pit, sort of like Fight Club, but no holds barred sort of situation. So Connor, obviously not the strongest guy, but he would have been using like his lightning sorcery.
So you find out this Dragonborn's name is Riggit, and Riggit is been with the crew for as long as he can remember. He's known
as 2 G's or 1 G?
Rigit.
And what color Dragonborn?
Riggit is... What color Dragonborn is Riggit?
Let's say blue.
Perfect. He's a blue Dragonborn.
I like blue Dragonborn.
He's been with Hesskin for as long as he can remember. They've done a lot of jobs together, and about 15 years ago, Hesskin started getting into research and started doing these expeditions. At first, it was like go in places that no one's been for a while and get all the goods and get out. Then it started to get a little more specific. Someone is giving us information to do this, and we get that for them. They pay us a large sum. Everything else we get to keep. And then about 5 years ago, Hesskin just cut out the middleman entirely. And he's pretty sure that he's got a guy who does his research for him, or at least researches who Hesskin needs to talk to get the information.
Sure, he's got like an informant or something.
Kind of says that he says he's got a wand in the pocket.
Sure.
They kind of all laugh and joke again about a guy named Quinn Nanith.
How would you spell that?
Quinn and then Nanith. And you can make me a history check.
Sorry, one more time.
Quinn Nanith.
Quinn, okay.
Nanith.
Okay. You said make a history check?
Yep.
No, not good. It says a 5.
The name kind of sounds familiar, but it's like you hear it and it just kind of goes right past.
Sure. I guess the question I would ask that would be sort of related to that would be like, do I know? Are there any like famous schools, like libraries or anything in like any of the cities or settlements that are still around in the kind of like feasible area? Obviously, like I'm not going to know about things that are on the other side of the world, but like,
Well, Riggett says, well, you guys went to Voran Earthmane's Keep. Well,
I didn't go there. I wasn't part of that mission, that job.
Weren't you in the first? No, you weren't in the first.
No, second.
He acts like you do. He says, guild into old Voran Earthmane's Keep. That kook has labs and libraries littered all over the Chaos Guard. It was his before the Great Calamity in the Scar. Earthmanes controlled this whole area. Mostly because of Voran's
So you guys spend most of your time kind of trying to find that stuff. It sells pretty well, pretty rare.
He kind of looks around. He says, "No, a while back, Hesskin got into it with old Onius Earthmane, and Onius pissed him off. So this is almost a little bit of a personal thing. It's to make sure that there's nothing in the Scar left for Onius of his family's name. Don't get me wrong, though. All Voran stuff pays real well. I mean, that guy came up with stuff that no one's been able to duplicate even now, hundreds and hundreds of years later.
What was the name of this guy again?
Voran Earthmane. And you have heard that name before.
Okay, like kind of a local legend.
Not even local, like larger than local. He's
Okay.
a pretty well-known wizard from days yore. Also a Goliath. And, you know, it's not the first time you've heard that Voran Earthmane was kind of the wizard king of this area before the calamity.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I as far as like talking with these guys, I'll just talk with them, chit chat with them until
one of the humans with Riggett kind of says more towards the end of when everything's starting to break up. He says, "So that guild, is that like a permanent thing, or is that just a temporary gig for you?"
For me, I mean, just kind of coasting right now.
Because you made it sound like you're some type of caster.
Yeah, sorcerer. I especially good with lightning, ice, that kind of thing. Tempest.
He kind of smiles and he says, "Well,"
I'll do a little finger snap and just kind of make a little spark.
he kind of looks around and he says, "I'll tell you what. Be careful, because we got our eye on needing one. Our last caster, he didn't make it last time. So Reggett and I can put a good word in with Hesskin if you're looking to make some real money."
Maybe we'll see. Like I said, I'm just kind of moving on from what I was doing before all this.
Reggett laughs and he says, if you're looking to make and lose some real money." He kind of smiles and he takes a pull off of his cup.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing about gambling is that I lost a few rounds tonight, but maybe next time I'll win more, and I'll.
The human puts his arm around and he goes, "Y'all
game.
come back," and they kind of have a laugh over it. Dianthus, what are you doing?
I've lost enough internet that I'm sure I've missed this. Are we all in one room, or is Hesskin in somewhere else?
It's a one-room farmhouse. Some of you are there, and then some of them are in the barn.
Okay, where's Hesskin?
Hesskin is in the house. I'm assuming you guys are also in the house.
Okay.
I'm wherever we were playing dice.
These
What's
guys
he
are in
do?
the house.
What's he doing?
Puffing on his pipe, looks to be reading in a book, staring out the window.
Can I see? Is there like a binding on the book?
There is a binding on the book. Do you speak Draconic?
That's a good question. I'm guessing no, but no.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to step out Like I was going to use the restroom.
Yeah, you're not like
Being
locked
too
down.
suspicious.
The only people that are like kind of when they're locked down, it seems like, are the kobolds. Everyone else kind of comes and goes. You're basically paid hand.
Okay, so my desire is to step out, not be around anyone, and wild shape into a spider.
How big a spider do you turn into?
A tiny spider.
Oh, just a little guy?
I just want a little guy.
Okay, yeah, you could totally do that.
Because I want to
make me a stealth check and just don't roll under a 5 or less.
I mean, I got a +1, so fingers crossed. I got a 6.
Just as you turn into a little spider, someone walks around the corner and pees like a foot and a half away from you.
If you hear a spider exhale,
don't breathe in the urine mist.
Oh, so gross. Okay, so I then want to get back into the house, and I want to be on the wall over Hesskin's shoulder, just to I kind of want to see if I can get an idea of what the book might be, or like
that's awesome. Yeah, that's really
anything
cool.
that I can't see. Like,
by the way, you all have an inspiration currently. I forgot to say. Yeah, Itsy Bitsy Spider just took a horrible turn. You know what? Make me a perception check at regular, since you don't speak the language in the book. But I'll let you get if you roll well, I'll give you
rolling for pictures. What was I rolling again, by the way? You said that.
Perception?
Perception.
Oh, no, investigation. Oh,
shit, my perception's better.
Oh. Tough kitty said the kitty with the milk's so good.
I'm rolling better. I got a 12.
Okay. So this appears to be a book laying out a set of non-connected buildings in what is now the Chaos Scar.
It's like a map?
It's a map of some type, but while there's no direct tunneling or building connecting these what look to be sites, there appears to be some sort of magical connection between them.
Portals.
And so it looks like something that's been done and not something that like he's drawing or mapping out.
No,
right?
This book is old.
Interesting. Okay. Does he have any pouches on himself?
Oh yeah, he's got all kinds of stuff on him.
Can I scope one of them out as a spider?
Yeah.
Climb on in, see what's in there.
You climb in, and one thing you notice is you climb over his bolt quiver, and his bolts don't look like regular crossbow bolts. They all got this very, very, very fine and fancy red feathers on them. Something about that kind of triggers your memory. Roll me a history check.
God, I feel like I should switch my dice. 11.
Something happened in Restwell recently, and there was something to do with bolts that looked like this, but can't be bothered to remember exactly what it was.
Okay.
City life. Who needs it? Bunch of savages. He has a pouch, and you kind of make your way to this light brown pouch, and it's full of dust.
Okay, whatever you're saying, say it again, because I lost internet.
You move down to a brown pouch he has, and when you get down to it, it's full of a green dust. It's definitely some type of magical dust.
Okay. Well, cool. I only have an hour as a spider, so I imagine that's probably gonna be good and get out and transform back without someone. I gotta go somewhere where someone's seen me and I'm not walking through pee.
It's very easy. I was more worried about you changing than because then if you change in a bush, someone sees you and just like, I was taking a shit. Come on,
taking a shit, man. Leave me alone.
All right. So nothing else in the night. I'm assuming anyone wants to do. All right. So the next day passes. The night passes. the next day you make your way, and about 2 miles, you go up a large pass. You're actually going like more towards the scar proper. The vegetation recedes away as your road kind of goes from being heavy with vegetation to like sparse. And you're up this hill incline, this pass, up onto like a plateau area. I mean, and it just continues that way. It's like a set of steps. And Hesskin stops the wagons, and he has them covered, this time with cloth that then is shoveled over with the dirt around the area to make them look mounds of dirt. And he separates his groups, and he has you and the kobolds go with him.
At the first opportunity, first opportunity of the day, like ideally before we set out, I would like to either tell the rest of our company.
I kind of figured you guys would have compared notes.
Yeah, but like before we so I feel like everybody's probably gotten the impression that these guys are kind of shady. But I was hanging out with a few of them last night playing dice, and they are definitely shady as fuck. They have definitely killed people. So just, you know, at this point, I feel like we're gonna be bait, maybe at this point. So like they're gonna like let us run into a trap and die and take all of our shit. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting here. So just everybody, make sure you got eyes in the back of your head while we're with these guys.
That's kind of the plan, because they've pressed Keg and his group into servitude, basically.
Yeah, they're not. I didn't could see something was up with them for sure. They've been kind of keeping them over to themselves. Yeah, these guys are just confirmation then that these guys are absolutely super fucking shady, and we need to be careful.
They talked about a whistle.
If I tell everyone about the car.
Hold on. Gelgath was talking about the whistle. Yeah.
They talked about a whistle that is going to make everything really easy. And I think they said it was from someone, they got it from someone named Earthmane.
I've heard of him. Some big legendary wizard used to be king here or something like that. I'm not a student, but his name's come up a few times in my travels. So
You were Dianthus, you had something you wanted to say as well.
Oh, I just was gonna see if anyone else, if I talk about the red feathers on his crossbow bolts, if that sparked memory for anybody else.
All of you can make me. I should say, all Gelgath and Timothy can make me history checks. Yo, Connor, you can too. You can just do it at disadvantage since you've already had a shot at it.
okay.
19.
19.
Yep.
11.
Wow, I wrote pretty good. Disadvantage on a history check.
Yes.
That'll be a 16 for my low roll.
Okay. So Gelgath, you kind of like have this memory of you and DS sharing some beverages and her talking about that the guards at the gate were looking for someone who was using bolts like this because a murder had been committed. Connor, your mind now is kind of more with it on the subject. And you remember that you were going to do a little bit of information sharing and look at some of the wares of a sage named Quinn Naneth in Restwell, and he turned up dead. And something about those bolts rings a bell.
Wait,
Timothy, you know that someone shot Quinn Naneth in the back multiple times with bolts that
Quinn
look
Naneth
exactly like this.
Came up in the conversation with the guys I was talking to last night. It was like his old partner or something, right?
Wasn't a partner. It was a guy that they got what they needed from.
Oh, like yeah, an old contact or so. Somebody that they like worked with or gotten some stuff from at some point. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
he's
pretty
there.
sure. I'm
You
pretty
kinda
sure
read
that this Hesskin shot Quinn in the back because
multiple times.
the bolts that are in his
Well-
the bolts that are in his quiver match what were in the back.
No,
of Quinn's.
I think you're totally right about that, because the guys I was playing dice with last night, they said that Quinn Naneth was like somebody that they'd gone to get like information and stuff from before from these digs.
Yeah, I think that was not getting information. That was forcibly getting information. Like
Something.
Yeah, that rings a bell because that name came up in the whistle, and you know that they mentioned that they got that whistle from Quinn Naneth.
Was it probably?
Oh, it was not Earthmane. It was Quinn Namath.
Yeah, it was Earthmane's whistle, but it was Naneth had possession.
Naneth had it in their store or something then. So well, who knows what else they killed him for? They could have taken a whole bunch of books or information. Do we know anything about what like Quinn Naneth did in town? Like I guess I don't know. If I personally have interacted with him,
traveler who would make his way through it, and thanks, internet. He was a traveler, would come through, and he dealt in like minor magic wares, arcane information, sometimes in like medicinals and poultices and the like. But
okay, so maybe they need.
He wasn't like a big mover or shaker, but he was a guy. He was like a guy everybody knows.
Sure.
Know? Oh, Quinn,
kind of like Quinn. He's the guy with all the weird little oddities.
Yeah,
he comes through every. Sure. Okay.
Quinn got me that like 6 months ago. Oh, you know what? Quinn got me type of thing.
So
good terms with everybody.
So maybe our guy here killed Quinn, took this whistle, maybe some other stuff too. Maybe they need this whistle to do something wherever we're going. Because we're here to help run interference on a brown dragon, but these guys they're going somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure I believe that story. They're definitely here not because of the dragon. They're after something.
Well, but like they hired us for right. Like there's definitely something else going on here. They're not here for the dragon, but they're hiring us. Basically, what at this point I'm assuming is expendable muscle.
We're cannon fodder.
Yeah, to stand in the way of the dragon while they do whatever the hell they're going to do. Also, Tim, there's a blue dragonborn who's an asshole and a cheater. He's got a mug that like rolls sixes, like double sixes every time. Last night we're with these guys. If you can swipe it from them, I'll split it with you. We'll trade it. We'll go back and forth on it.
I'll see what I can do.
We'll go halvesies.
We'll go
halvesies on the mug. We'll sell it. I'll go halvesies on it. I'll use it for a week. You use it for a week. We'll go back and forth. We'll figure something out. But he's a dick, and he deserves to have it stolen from him. So just, he keeps it on his belt. I'll point it out to you next time I see him.
All right. I'll keep an eye out on it.
So you get on foot, you go over the next I'm trying to think what plateau area, and you come to an area where you can see a large cave, and you're kind of held up behind a little bit of a rock facing. And there's about 30 feet of open space between where you are and where the cave entrance is. And you can see that there's 4 kobolds in heavy armor with very ornate shields. And the shields have an emblem. They've been rubbed to be brown, and they have like a snake-like emblem on their shields. Hesskin is a little bit further down the pass from where you guys came up, and he says,
ahead of us or behind us?
This is what I need you for. Behind you.
Okay.
You're going to make a rush on that cave entrance. I need you to secure it. Then the rest of my crew is going to come from above.
Hey, Dianthus. I'm going to look over at Dianthus. You want to try the old grease bomb trick again. Worked really fucking good last time.
At that point, too, Hesskin puts his hand on one of the kobold's shoulders and says, and if you're worried, just put one of these in front of you.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like we shouldn't be so ready to dispose of potentially useful resources later on in this endeavor. So let's keep the coal. We don't want to start throwing them away we don't want to start throwing them at the problem right away because we might run out.
Looks at you and kind of half smirks.
I'm like trying to kind of like maybe kind of meet him at his logical level, but like definitely kind of full of shit about it. So do you need me to roll a deception check or something?
He kind of looks at you and yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, because like I'm basically trying to like, you know what? Now we can save I'm trying to kind of like yeah, they're definitely we'll use them for something like that later. But right now, let's not just start wasting them yet. I rolled 2 dice. Let me just roll one. I don't know why I was rolling at like advantage or disadvantage or whatever. I still rolled really bad. That's gonna be a 7.
He goes, "Oh, you just gave me an idea." And he reaches in, he grabs a small little vial, looks like a tiny healing potion. He grabs one of the kobolds and he puts it in his hand. He goes, he wipes a bunch of dirt on him, kind of makes him look a little bit more like those kobolds there. Then he reaches into his mouth and grabs his tongue and cuts it off. And he says, "Run." A little puff of smoke comes out the side of his mouth, and the kobold runs like the wind towards the cave opening.
Whoa!
Says, "There's your distraction."
Okay, well...
The other kobolds turn and look at you, Connor, because you've met these kobolds before, and they're like, "What have you done?"
I'm just with my eyes. I want to say, I was trying to do the opposite of that. Didn't work.
At that, I'm going to actually pop one of my dragon breath potions.
Right before he sends you, he takes the sack off his back and he drops it, and it's full of their weapons. And Cag picks his axe up and he just...
How many people are we with? Like how many like
there's a good 7 kobolds.
How many non-kobolds?
Oh, Hesskin's by himself.
Well, how many people does he have in like non-kobolds does he have like in his troop? Oh, we've had an internet.
And his retinue?
Yeah.
He's got 10 in his retinue.
Okay. I'm sitting on something. I'm not going to say anything because like, he's standing right next to me, but I'm making a mental note that I have something that I maybe the makings of a plan to both maybe like get whatever these guys want and also get all of them killed because they're bad people. But I'm going to sit on it for now.
He looks at you guys as you're kind of all standing in shock, looks at the kobolds as they start picking up their weapons. He says, "Daylight's burning, boys."
All right.
And then he heads back down the ravine.
Okay.
All right. I guess we're going after some kobolds here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, we got that one. There's a unfortunate little man out there running around. I don't know. I'm in shock. I don't know what to do. Somebody else make this decision.
Okay, Gelgath, go ahead. Gelgath,
how far are we from the cave mouth?
About 30 feet. And here's the thing is those kobolds who are guarding it have now come out to see what is going on with this kobold who's pouring blood from its mouth and running around, trying to yell.
How far away is the cave?
The cave is about 30 feet from where you are.
Okay, sorry. The internet's being stupid.
No, you're good.
Hey, Connor. Should we collapse the front of the cave?
I think they want to get in there. I don't know if collapsing it... They might get mad at us, and I feel like these guys will kill us at the absolute first opportunity they can.
Yeah, but don't we want to keep the wormling from coming out?
Yeah, but... All right. Well, I'm a little unclear on what the end goal of this whole endeavor is. So I don't even know if they... Dude, DM, do we know if like they want to get in this cave or we just want to?
They basically want you to
Okay.
deal with the wormling. So
Okay.
if nothing
Well,
else, that you distract it or you cause it to lose enough life. It's an easier kill.
sure.
Or
On the upside,
wear it down. Whatever.
it's a
it may be.
wormling. It's not a full size dragon.
No, it's
We
not
were
even an
told to
adult
keep
dragon.
it busy, so
It's not even a teen dragon. It's like a kitty dragon.
Yeah, can we like if we could lure it out and maybe away from the cave a bit, then for a few minutes they might have enough time to get inside. Because the thing is, I think if we're gonna pick a fight with a dragon, our best bet is going to be trying to find a way to kill it, because if it's one of those threats that I feel like the longer we have to engage it, the more likely it is that we're all going to die.
We're going to die.
Yeah. So if we're going to fight it, I think we need to plan on killing it, because I don't think running away is going to be much of an option here.
I want to ride it
Well,
first.
I would also say this. Do you want to fight something that can fly out in the open air?
I got lightning!
that's the thing. I don't want to fight it. So I was thinking if we collapse a cave on it, it was going to take a lot longer to come out. But if they're trying to get into the cave,
Yeah, no, it's a good idea, but that's why I wanted to clarify, because if they weren't trying to, I would say absolutely, let's collapse the cave. Problem solved. Moving on. But yeah, I think if they're trying to get in there, that complicates things.
Super Spike, you missed the point where Ben said the inside of the dragon is a furnace, so no one's going inside the dragon
Yeah,
today.
no one go in the dragon. That would be very bad. You would be. You're not even be cooked. You're going to be like dehydrated. You'll be like a raisin.
You'll
Like a
be
human mummy.
You'll be people jerky.
You'll just turn
jerky.
into like a living, like a
Jerky.
sort of.
People jerky.
I'm so thirsty.
You do it first, Spike.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've got one grease bomb left. I've got a grease bomb. I've got some bear. I've got what are called bugbear traps. They can do hold person once a day. So that wouldn't work probably on the dragon, but it might work on. The thing is, if it's not going to work on the dragon, it doesn't matter.
It would.
It would. Okay.
It's
not like the whole person
It's
spell.
a large creature. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I could put one of those down. We could try and do that, like if we can get it to come out of the cave, that will give us the most angles of attack. But if we can figure out a way to fight it in the cave, then it probably can't fly. So we would be negating one of its main advantages. Either way, I have two of these traps. And I can definitely put one of these down. I can put one or both of them down. We just kind of need to figure out what our attack plan is, because I can try and put this down. I feel like ideally somewhere in the cave mouth before it can fly. Right? This cave isn't big and doesn't look big enough like the dragon will be able to fly out of it, right?
It would be currently it would be pretty easily done. As the dragon gets bigger, it's going to get harder and harder.
Okay, so it can fly out. It can fly out of the cave mouth right now.
Well,
Cave mouth is probably 20 by 20.
If we trap it in the cave mouth, then they can't get in either.
But if we trap it in the cave mouth of the whole person, we can just fucking wail on it before it can fly. Try and get as much damage in as possible, and then I don't think we would kill it, but we could do a lot of damage to it. And then at that point, presumably, it would either retreat in further into the cave, at which point it becomes a problem that we deal with as we advance, or it comes out and we fight it in the open, where we're in a pretty there's not a whole lot of cover around us right now, is there?
Just feed it until it gets bigger.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought
No,
you were
we
going
can
to say
do this job. It might take another 10 or 15 years, but we can figure this out.
For a second, I thought you were going to say, I mean, we can't do this in this economy. Literally, I thought that's where you're going with that. And I was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yes. I don't know if anybody has ever died I don't know if anyone has ever died fighting a dragon for less. Yeah, I don't know. I got this trap. I think the trap, assuming we can do something to keep it from flying, or find a place to put this trap before it can take off, that would, I guess I wouldn't completely have a full understanding of how these work, because I haven't used them before. But is it like a magical thing that anchors them to the ground? Is it like a bear trap?
It's like a bear trap, except for built for
Big creatures.
yeah. Built,
Okay.
built that way. I mean,
So it's just a huge fucking bear trap. All right, I've got two of these. So, if we can figure out if we can like.
Well, we need to deal with the kobolds that are coming out of this cave first.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I guess I'm wondering if like whatever we do fighting the kobolds is going to lure the dragon, but then I suppose I'll just throw a fucking trap down and see if it does anything.
So the kobolds that are with you have now gone over the crest and they're getting ready to go into combat. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to pop one of my dragon breath potions,
Okay.
plug it back, and chase after our friendly kobold,
Cag and the boys.
taking the crew.
Should we tell them to maybe wait until like we need them?
You get.
I don't
You know what? Make
think
me an
they have-
insight check.
I don't think they have a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, not like wait back with the caravan, but kind of have them act as like a second wave, almost. You know, kind of get like a counter charge in there.
Make me an insight check.
Insight is a 14.
You get the impression that if they stayed back any length of time, Hesskin would just have them killed.
Great. It's always excellent when your employer is sabotaging you as well.
Oh, all right. Then hearing that, Gilgath will look at the kobolds and say, follow me.
Gilgath's going over the rock into the fray.
Yep.
Too bad we don't have that whistle. It's like World War I up and over the trenches. I have a horn. I have a horn. That's another thing. I have a horn. I could blow the horn and use that as like a lure. Just like make a bunch of fucking noise, get somebody's attention. But I'll hold off on it unless anybody thinks it's a good idea. Maybe if nothing happens.
Well, roll me initiative because now we're in.
Gilgath
and the kobolds have gone over the rock.
Right.
I was gonna follow Gilgath in afterwards so I can actually like hide behind him.
Yeah, you can definitely make a stealth check. Well, I rolled no, I rolled the wrong dice there.
What time of day is it? Is it like darkness? Is it dark out?
No, it's early day.
Okay.
We got 21 on the stealth check.
At some point, these dancing lights I'll have will be useful.
If you beat a 7, you're going before the kobolds.
I got a 12.
So I think everyone probably is going before their 7. Dianthus, would someone want to track that for me, please?
Can write it down if no one else has anything. I got paper. Okay, everyone say your numbers again.
12 for Connor.
15.
Gilgath, you said 20, right?
Yep.
Baddies and 7.
Okay, I got a 19. So Gilgath, me, Timothy, Connor, baddies.
Perfect.
I'll put it in chat.
What about our buddies?
I'll figure that out as we go.
Okay.
Gilgath, you're high man in the castle there. What are you gonna do?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna close the 30 feet to one of the kobolds and whack him.
Perfect. You cruise up on one of those dragon shields. Tell me about your smackins.
I think he's trying to inspire the kobolds a little, so he's yelling and doing a wind up with his warhammer while he's running. And he's like almost half crashing into this kobold at the same time.
Just smashing. All right, tell me what you get.
That is 21 in total.
You come up and you start to drag because you have a maul, right?
Just a warhammer and a
Just a
shield.
warhammer. You drag your warhammer on the ground so it like causes a furrow behind it and dust coming up, and you come down and the dragon shield kobold puts his shield up and you destroy it. You just crush it. What'd you do for damage?
Oh, 4.
Okay. You definitely hurt him, but the biggest thing is you just decimated his shield.
Nice. That's
You
good.
can also make me a perception check really quick.
Oh boy, 3.
Okay. Yeah, you're too much in the throes of it. Dianthus.
Okie dokie. What can I get to?
You can get to the dragon shields. Easy.
Score. I am going to, because I was thinking about the dragon and not thinking about the little guys. Was my bad. I'm going to walk up to the closest one and I'm going to cast poison spray.
Perfect.
Con saving throw, please.
Does an 8 save?
No.
I didn't think it did. If I've asked.
Oh, it's okay. I rolled really shitty on a D12. 4 damage.
Yep.
4. What is it?
Poison.
Poison damage. Thank you.
Because it's called poison spray.
Because poison spray. You know, I'm getting really flustered by all my internet stuff. I'm sorry. It's my bad.
I do too.
Oh, that happens. That stuff is so frustrating.
It's not a problem any other day, and then all of a sudden today.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy.
So, since I'm in stealth and have the dragon breath, will that give me the sneak attack with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go up, like run up behind Galgath and kind of like peek up behind him and just dragon breath as much as I can.
It's is it a cone? I can't remember. I'll have to look really quick.
Dragon breath is usually a cone or a straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a straight line now. It's a 15-foot line, 5 feet wide, so it's one square.
So I'm going to hit as many as I can.
Roll me one dice. Tell me high or low. What do you want? High or low?
Let's do low.
Or not high. I mean, odd or even.
Evens.
Okay, evens. Roll dice. What'd you get?
I got a 1.
You can get 1.
Damn it. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, do you know off the top of your head what that does for
Oh, it is a cone. Okay, good.
Oh, yeah,
good,
15-foot
good
cone.
catch.
Yep.
Yeah, good catch, Gug. If you can get them both, then.
3d6.
You can get them both. Timothy.
Okay. 3d6 plus 1d6. 7, 10, 12 damage.
Okay. You can also make me a perception check.
Perception. 14.
There's more kobolds behind these dragon shields in the opening.
Awesome.
Nice.
That brings us to Connor.
First-
Wait, Timothy, make me another stealth check.
Ooh, that is beautiful. 25.
Yeah, you're still a hidden guy. Connor.
Is there any chance that I would be able to see that there's more kobolds back in, or am I not close enough? I haven't.
You're
moved up.
you're not close enough.
So there's 4. You said there's 4 of them that I know are there.
Yep.
And 2 of them are in melee right now.
Yep.
I'm going to reach out a hand, and it gets covered in like a thin layer of like kind of morning frost. Clench it and create a cloud of frostbite around the kobold that is attacking Dianthus. I'm assuming Dianthus is the squishier of the two people in the melee.
Currently, they're only melee. They're up on Gelgath.
Oh,
he melee. He got a melee with him.
How close is Dianthus to melee right now?
I'm assuming you got up close, but didn't. What poison spray is what?
10 feet.
Yeah, so you're like 10 feet away.
Okay. I'll still do it on Dianthus. I still feel like Dianthus is probably more vulnerable than Gelgath. Or not do it on Dianthus, but against whatever one is closest to Dianthus. So it's a 14 con saving throw for you as a sparkling cloud of kind of like a mini little blizzard manifests momentarily.
I decided to go with real dice since I've been using a roller, and I rolled a 1.
I'll take it though, you know.
Like, man, this digital roller is just okay. I was just with some real dice, and it's just like,
so it's just 1d6 damage. But that kobold has disadvantage on its next weapon attack before the end of its next turn. It's just 2 points of damage.
Yep. So
2 points of cold damage.
We'll go with the bad guys are going to go now, and the first thing that's going to happen is behind the dragon shields, a contingent of slingers come out, and they are going to launch glue pots at you. So I'm going to throw a glue pot at one where Gelgoth is, one Dianthus, one in Connor. I don't see Timothy from my standpoint, so he doesn't get one.
Okay.
So 3 attacks. 11 on Connor, 26 on Gelgath, and 15 on Dianthus.
Just rolling just to hit. I have an armor class of 12, so no dice.
You're you 3, no damage. Are you 2? I'm sorry, Dianthus and Gelgath. You're immobilized. Basically, a pot full of sticky goo hits you, and it's like glue. You're kind of stuck.
That's like no move action, but can still do other stuff, right?
Let me make sure I remember.
Can't
what
remember
immobilized
off the top of my head.
I can never remember the conditions unless I have.
I was like, I got my book out. I can look. Oh, banging shit around.
You know what? Immobilized, I don't think is a 5e thing anymore.
Nope. No, it's not in the book.
You are
restrained, probably.
Yeah, we'll go with restrained.
So otherwise, like an entangle.
We'll just go with restrained. So your speed becomes 0. You can't benefit from any bonuses to your speed. Attack rolls against your advantage, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls and disadvantage on dex saving throws.
That sounds legit for a big old nasty glue pot to me.
That work for everybody?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fine with me.
So then there'll be 2 attacks on Gelgath from the dragon shields and 2 on Dianthus. Oh no, 1 on Dianthus, and then the other one will go towards Connor.
If it's the one, and I don't know if it's the same one, but
1 on Dianthus is at disadvantage.
Yep.
But if I am restrained and it has advantage on me, does that mean it's
straight up?
Straight up.
Yeah.
Hey, it cancels out the advantage. I'll take it.
Double 8, so that is a whopping. For real. Okay, that's fine. Do 12s hit you, Gelgath?
No.
I got double 12, so both miss. Dianthus, does a 13 hit you?
No, thankfully. Jeez Louise.
Connor, does a 17 hit you?
It absolutely does. Yeah.
So
By
that
5.
That is going to be a whopping 2 points of damage.
Ooh.
And as that one comes out, Connor, to where you are, it gets swarmed by the other kobolds that are with you.
Attack my minions!
Yeah. And they will completely occupy and take down that
Okay.
led by Keg, who's got his mighty axe.
Go get him! Go get him!
All right, round 2, fight.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I am going to. Is there anyone still in melee with me?
Yes, you've got 2 in melee with you.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right. Well, I will swing at disadvantage. And 14 is the lower.
14, I believe, hits. 14 is the exact number you needed.
Okay.
Well done.
All right. Damage. Let's see here. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, you smash him again. These guys are hardy. They're hardier than normal kobolds.
Poop.
Okay. I believe we are at
Dianthus.
yeah.
Me. Is saving against restrained an end of the turn thing anytime?
Yeah, it's at the end of your turn. So Gelgath, make a saving throw, please.
What type?
Strength saving throw.
13.
Safe. You're able to get the goo off.
Nice.
Did anyone close in to me while I was stuck in the glue?
Yeah. They attacked you. Remember, they didn't hit.
I'm getting lost in all my stuff. Sorry. My bad. How many? 2?
There's
One.
one.
Just one.
Just one. Okay. Then I am going to. I mean, I'm stuck here, but it doesn't mean I can't attack.
Does not mean you can't attack. You just said disadvantage.
So I am gonna try to buff that as best as I can. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my mace.
Okay.
which-
I don't. The Shillelagh. I thought Shillelagh just gives you a magical weapon.
It
I don't
said
think it
on-
magical weapons. Anything.
It said on what I'm carrying. I thought
You can always flavor it to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
wood-
I'll
the
let
wood
you
of a
do it.
club or quarterstaff you are holding. Oh, club or quarterstaff. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's got to be wood.
Oh, mace has wood on it, but it's not a club or a quarterstaff.
Depends. A sword, well, an axe.
No,
An axe
that's
would
not-
have wood.
and not gonna work.
It has to be a. I mean, it has to be a bludgeoning weapon. I'll let you do it.
I mean, if you want to, I will. It just gives
Yeah,
it. It just makes it a little bit better than what I'm carrying.
Yeah,
so.
I'll let you do it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna say from now on. Your mace is not metal; it's made of hardened wood. So it's like the end of your mace is made from petrified wood.
Ooh, nice.
That would make sense for my character.
That's
I
a cool
like
druid
it.
weapon, yeah.
Okay. So
I
I'll
guess
just.
the end of it's like a big old knot of driftwood or
Mhm.
something. That's cool. Yeah.
Can carve, like you could say it's got like a shape carved into it. Like some maces like have like faces on them and things
Mhm.
like that.
Yep.
The flanges.
So that was a 19 to attack.
Oh yeah.
And 7 damage.
Yep. Crushing blow.
And then
Oh, go ahead.
I just was saving, and I rolled an actual 20 on a save.
Yep. There you go. I believe we're to Timothy.
Yes, sir. So, since I saw these slingers,
Yes.
I would like to take my last explosive halfling bomb and
you?
lob it. I would. I absolutely would like to.
Do it, Tim.
I'm gonna chuck it right at the slingers
Oh yeah. Okay.
Let him
perfect.
feel
with,
the heat.
with sneak attack.
Do it, Tim. Do it.
And
Doing
thus,
it.
thus this world's version of the first guerrilla fighter was born.
Let's see.
If there isn't a saboteur class for the rogue, that is a missed opportunity.
I think there's something along.
There's
that
got to be a
line.
homebrew out there or something.
Oh,
for
yeah.
the saboteur class.
For sure.
20 to hit.
Easily done. So I would like you to give me that sweet damage roll, please.
I don't have what this damage was written down for the bomb.
Cat, are you here?
Hmm.
There you are.
Let's see if I've got something.
Because honestly, I think the last time we did this, you rolled for the damage on it.
We're gonna call it 4d6.
46.
Not
Plus another
bad,
D6.
not too shabby.
For the sneak attack. Holy shit. That's 12. That's 15. 19 damage.
You absolutely
Wow.
decimate the back end of the line there. And the cave shakes a little bit. And that's when the ground around you erupts. I would
Wonderful.
like you all to make me dex saving throws, please.
I'm still standing 30 feet back.
This wouldn't matter in this case.
Okay, just making sure. Ooh, not good. 10.
You are blinded for 1 round.
Fuck!
18.
You're good.
Oh, hey, Cat, what are you doing?
I got 17.
Good. Gilgath, what'd you get?
8.
Cat.
You're good. So what happens is the bomb goes off, cobalt parts go everywhere, and the ground right behind where you are, Gelgath, between like where you and Dianthus are, erupts, and Cathentir erupts out of the ground. And just this super hot, stinging dirt and sand just sprays everywhere as the dragon spirals upward to then loom over you. So there's no more bad guy kobolds left, and there's not even all the kobolds you came with left. In fact, I would like you. Let's Timothy roll it. He's super tight with the kobolds. Roll me a D8, and that's how many kobolds are left.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, look at the pressure.
No pressure. I think there was only 5 with you to begin with.
Well, I rolled a 5.
Okay, nobody died,
Whew.
They may not have
including
all their
including
limbs out.
Tag. So we're at the beginning of a new round, and
Keg
Kevin's here
is
will
standing
go
like
at the
Wile E.
end.
Coyote. Just like,
Tongue Guy did not die either. Thank you for worrying about Tongue Guy, Super Spike.
how is he not bled out yet, frankly?
Because
There's
he
lot
had
of
a little
blood
healing
Because
potion.
because the tongue heals really fast.
Well, he also had a healing potion. He had a little tiny healing potion.
Oh, he still don't have a tongue though.
He'll go back.
Will it though? So it's me now, right?
I thought I was supposed to go after you. So let's retcon it back that you went before all that.
Yeah. So I haven't been blinded yet, then.
No,
right?
you're not.
Okay, great. With that in mind, I would like to run 15 feet forward, so maybe I'm a little closer to get hit in the face with all this stuff.
You still got hits. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that's going to happen yet, but I'm going to do 15 feet, and then if I do a lightning lure, what I want to try and do is I want to try and lightning lure one of the guys that's fighting Galegath, hopefully to give him like an attack of opportunity, and pull that guy into the kobolds that are like in front of me.
Okay.
Okay, great. So let's see. That is a strength 14 saving throw. Yeah, so I just big bunch of lightning arcs down from my shoulders down to my hand. I whip out with this bolt of lightning, grab this kobold around like the arm and try and yank him towards me.
Does he automatically get pulled towards you like 5 feet?
If I hit, yes. If I hit, Or yeah, if he fails his saving throw. It's a strength 14 saving throw.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, so yeah, he's pulled 10 feet straight towards me, so I want to pull him away from
We
Galgath.
might go
I
back
hope
to the
that gives
dice
Galgath
roll.
an attack of opportunity.
It does. It does.
And
Galgath
then
has
I want to pull him into the kobolds in front of me so they can just gang up on that one guy.
Okay.
And then also I get to do 1d8 lightning damage. 4.
I rolled a total of 20 to hit.
Crushing blow right in the back.
And I got 4 damage again.
Between all of what you're doing and then the kobold crew coming down on him like a house of cards, this guy does not survive.
Nice. Woo! All right,
Then,
no, I'm blinded.
Yeah.
Sand.
then Kethendir erupts out of the ground. So now we're back at the top of the pile. And Kethendir will go at the end of the round. And you can already see they're just pumping up that breath weapon.
Is he low enough to the ground where it can still hit him?
No. Now,
Okay.
he may be a wormling, but he ain't dumb.
How high is he?
He got high enough so when he makes his pass, he's going to have to dive to make it.
Oh, damn. Okay. Gosh, I should have written down the range for javelins. Hang on.
It's like 60 feet for a javelin.
I will say it's 60. Yeah, he's within range for your javelin for sure.
I think it's like a 20-60 sort of situation.
It's 31-20, so I am at disadvantage if he's more than 30 feet away, which it sounds like he is. So
I believe his flight speed's like 60.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he's probably between 40 and 50 feet away.
Okay. All right. Well, I will. I've got my handy, seemingly at least never-ending javelin thing on my hip, and I'll pull one out and just toss it at him.
Okay, take your shot.
And a lower. Oh God, I got a 2 and a 3 on the 2d20. So that's a.
You don't have to take the lower on that. Oh yeah, you do. You're throwing a javelin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. That's not that will not do it.
Yeah, that was bad. Oops.
Dianthus.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna do something stupid.
Hey, now's the time.
This
is the perfect time to do something stupid.
All of you make me perception checks really quick.
Ooh.
Well, that's not bad.
6.
21.
Okay.
I'm blind, so I can't see shit anyways, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I got 3.
Gelgath, what'd you get?
Oh, 21.
Oh boy, I'm blind.
Gelgath and
21.
Oh god.
Gelgath and Dianthus, you see that a bunch of the kobolds that you're with run towards the cave. When they see the dragon go up, they sprint towards that cave.
Yeah.
Cag stays behind and he grabs Connor and he's trying to pull Connor towards the cave.
I will let him pull me towards the cave.
Boba Fett, where?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. You're up, Dianthus.
Okay.
Well, yeah, big.
What's a sad trumpet for? Is Timothy? I can see Connor's blind. Is Timothy nearby?
You can't see him. There's a bunch of dust and dirt in the way, and Timothy's using stealth. So.
Oh, that's right. Can I see Gelgath?
Yeah, I mean, you can see Gelgath from space. He's massive.
Okay.
He's like a walking wall of destruction.
I am going to throw my halfling bong at Gelgath and say, do something good with this. And I'm going to transform into a giant owl.
Okay.
Aerial combat. Yes.
It's a quarter challenge rating. It flies 60 feet. It does not provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach.
Are you going to go attack the dragon?
I am.
Do it.
All right. That's your turn is changing. Okay.
Oh fuck.
Well, I'm gonna try to distract it from killing everyone else. So
Oh,
Well, that definitely changes everything. For reals, though. I
I don't even see you do this because I'm blind. Damn it.
Timothy, you're up.
Oh shit.
I did not expect
So
that.
I'm gonna beeline to the cave mouth, but instead of going into the cave, I would like to go like up above the cave.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You can use your movement. Make me an athletics or acrobatics check. That's all I require. Just don't roll crap.
So 17.
Yeah, you're able to like just kind of hop up all the way up there. When you get up there, there's nobody up there. Remember Hesskin told you that's where they would be? There's no one there.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
Is there anywhere to like
I also want you to make me a investigate check.
investigation check?
Molecule.
Fuckers.
yeah, Timothy, can you parkour your way up there?
Parkour. 20.
Natural
I ain't
20.
afraid of
So
no
21
ghosts.
total.
This whole top of the cave is rigged to collapse.
Oh, they were gonna
Wonderful.
And you realize if it collapses while you're standing here, you're probably going to die.
Can I unrig it?
No, but one thing you do notice with the 20 is this is good kobold work.
Oh.
This is not Heskin's crew who did this. This is
Is this
kobold
Kag?
work.
Is this? Oh no, this is Kag's work.
No, this is the other kobold.
The
work.
dragon's
Okay.
cobalt.
Oh, it's probably like a fucking insurance policy for the residents here.
All right.
So that at that point,
is there anywhere to hide? Like for me, is there any cover up here? Nothing.
no.
Okay.
You're like, oh shit. Oh no.
Oh no!
Connor,
Oh fuck,
Yell
dude.
Gap,
Oh my god, I can't
make
believe I'm
me
blind this
dexterity.
round. Oh my god.
Yelgath and Connor make me dexterity saving throws. Connor, please.
Disadvantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use my
You
inspiration.
go right ahead. You guys all got one.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 4 instead of a 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Oh!
my inspiration on this one as well.
Yep.
Dexterity saving throw. It's a 7 for me.
So, just as and Timothy, you need to make me a dex saving throw as well.
Fuck.
Dex. I have a 17.
So, as this thing starts to fall apart, as someone activates the trap, right as you recognize it's a trap, as soon as you Admiral Akbar it up, you are able to just shoot yourself through the collapsing rocks into a tumble to keep from like getting crushed. Connor and Gelgath find yourselves being smooshed by rocks.
Can I know this is not like rules is written. Can I use shield? Can I cast shield as a reaction to try and like?
It's a reaction spell. Yeah, I'll let you do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess if I can, I'm blind, but I can hear the rocks coming down above me. I'm just gonna cast shield and just trying to see if I can negate any of the damage. Like boost my AC to 17.
Yep.
Just for reference.
Well, I'll let you say that spell because it's not an AC attack. It's a saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
So altogether, with crushing rocks, you're going to take 10 points of damage.
I am down to -2. I'm unconscious.
I'm still up.
Okay. Also, as that happens, you're not sure why, but Gelgath, as rocks are clanging off of you, you have this kind of vision, and you see like Goliaths of past, like walking through these caves when they weren't caves. They were really elegantly carved stonework, and this was once part of a larger network. And you can't tell if this is the head injury talking or if this is actually like happening.
The hot gas, maybe.
Yeah. But you all fall through a sinkhole.
Oh, jeez.
Timothy, roll me a d6.
2.
There's only two kobolds left, one of them is Cag.
Well,
They came with you, I should say. You fall into a cave, but the cave goes two ways. But one way is lit with low blue glowing light, and you can hear pickaxes ringing from the other room. Meanwhile, Dianthus, everything's gone to shit.
I have keen sight and hearing. Can I see where my teammates have gone?
You know they got buried. That's all you know.
Are they buried, or are they in a hole?
They're buried to your knowledge because they actually got buried and then the sinkhole opened up.
Okay.
But right now you're flying up at Kethentir, who it's turned itself around and now is flying down at you, realizing that its plan is shot, is now about to breathe at you.
Yeesh.
But I go first, right?
No, because this is the end of the round.
Oh,
They
shit.
go first.
That's right.
So I'm going to make my roll, and you need to make me a Constitution saving throw. I don't need to make a roll. Roll well.
Roll really well.
I just was
I
looking
failed
to
my
see-
first death saving throw, by the way.
I just was looking to see if I had anything. and I
You
was
wouldn't make it till your turn.
Should I just preemptively?
F in the chats for Connor.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Did you roll real bad? Because actually, it's not a terribly difficult save.
It was a con, you said?
Yeah.
It was a 10.
So you would have failed it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use
A
my
little
inspiration.
higher than that.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Okay. That's a 19. Good use of the inspiration dice.
Okay. You wheel yourself around in this blast. I mean, you can see the air like just get pulled in this. It's so hot, you can see like a heat waves radiating off of it. So you're going to save for half damage.
Oh boy. You want to hear something really funny? This giant owl and myself have the same number of hit points.
Well, do you have more than 13?
Yes.
Then you are still alive because you just took 13 points of damage.
Okay. I have
Now,
6
that being
left.
said, one thing you do know about this dragon, about dragons in general, is they can't just breath weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's shot, and it's your turn. Or it will be your turn. You know what? We're going to do yours right now. Your turn.
Okay. My plan is to get out of the way and then bank back, and I'm going to try to claw his eyes out,
Go for it!
or at least one of them. If I'm assuming I
So,
can't
like,
get them both.
what I'm seeing is, like, you coming up, it coming down. You have to barrel roll around its breath weapon, and then you peel back down. So you're
Yep.
coming behind it.
I want to hit both eyes if I can, but I'm assuming I can probably only hit one eye.
Slam it into the ground.
You're just
I'm
as
not
big as it.
Am I just as big as the dragon?
A giant owl, yeah. You're both large creatures.
Yeah, but an owl's a bird. It's got hollow bones.
Yeah, but if I can tangle it, and
Drive it to the ground.
that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Is that something I can do?
Too bad I didn't get to have a fucking put a trap down anywhere.
What would that be a strength roll?
Yeah, it'd be a grapple check.
A grapple check. Oh no, a grapple check.
Strength versus strength.
Okay. Do you want to know what I got?
Better than the 3 I got.
I got a 19.
I rolled another goddamn 1. Same dice. It's the same. This dice killing me.
I currently love that dice.
Out of the rotation. Yeah, you grapple it. Now you want to plummet it down towards the ground.
Yeah, I want to try to drive it into the ground.
So you won the strength versus strength. Yeah, I'll let you do it. I mean, we'll say you're what, like I said, 50 feet up. It's going to take 5. What falling is D10, right?
Don't ask me. I'm not the
D10 or
DM.
D6.
Falling is 1d6 every 10 feet.
So yeah, if you pull this off, it'll take 5d6
Okay.
plus 6 because you're plus 6 plus your strength is what I'll call it. But
Okay.
then you'll have to make a dex save to let go before you hit.
Yes. So what would you like me to do?
You just roll those damage.
Oh,
and
I
then make the
can
dex.
roll the damage?
Yeah, you grappled it and you're just using its own. You're literally using its own momentum.
Okay, you said if I made it, and I was like, do I have to do something else?
You know what? In fact, because of that, I'll give you 7d6 plus your strength. Because I didn't even think about the fact that it was flying that way.
7d6
Quick
plus
one.
my strength. Okay.
Your strength modifier, not your.
Yeah, my
actual
modifier, yeah.
Well, you knew that. I'm sorry. Didn't need to.
I mean, I would try to work it
DM
if I couldn't, but... Oh, that's a lot of 6s. 28.
Holy bucket.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now make your dex saving throw. Because if you
Oh.
don't make this, you also will be taking 5d6.
And you are an owl with hollow bones. I cannot
It's
reiterate that
a
enough.
+2 dex. Hey, so my armor class is a 14. This giant owl's armor class is a 13. So, I mean... Or no, 12. A 12. I mean...
Yeah,
As
but
long as I don't roll shitty, and guess who didn't roll shitty? I got an 18.
nice.
You drive it and actually like use its momentum to scoop yourself back up into the air, which gives you a overview of the collapsed tunnel, or the collapsed cave entrance. So you can see it and see that there are some openings where you could get down into there as you turn your head all the way around and see that Kelithantir is not dead.
Probably not, no. But I pissed him off. That's what I did.
You hurt them significantly.
Okay.
It is a wormling. It is not even a.
Does it have a broken wing or anything?
It's a good question. You know what? Roll me percentile dice. There
Oh,
is a
shit.
25% chance that it's got a broken wing. I'll let you choose high or low.
I'm gonna say hi.
Okay, so you need 75 or better.
Oh God! Almost rolled the dice off the table.
Also, I'll give you your inspiration back for that awesome idea.
Yeah, that was a really awesome idea.
I never roll high, and I rolled a 96.
Whoa! Yeah, Kellen, if there's one of its wings is completely mangled, so it can't fly. In fact, it like immediately tries to hop its way to find another way to get away because it is significantly hampered at this point.
Sucker.
My internet refreshed. I could hear you talking from the basement, but I couldn't hear what was going on.
You mangled its wing,
Okay, good.
so it's not looking for a fight anymore. It wants out because it's
Yeah.
significantly hurt.
Level 2 druid. Woo!
Freaking owl meteor.
It was like an owl meteor. Yeah.
God damn it,
This is not even a of age dragon.
Poor baby
This is a baby dragon.
Yeah, you're
It is,
kicking
I
the shit out of a like toddler.
I'm
To be
sorry,
fair-
guys,
to be
but
fair-
A very large, angry toddler. It's
Yeah.
okay.
angry.
One of the most deadly toddlers
Yes.
imaginable.
I just,
I mean, it
you
did
know,
just try to melt you completely with hot air.
Yeah, I did try
Put
to
it in a
transform the raisin
timeout.
people.
I am definitely a villain.
Yeah. Someone's calling Dragon CPS on your ass.
It's just
yeah,
that's just a
probably.
bigger dragon. That's
It
just
is
a bigger dragon.
Except for it's got a monocle and is doing investigations before it can punish.
It's got a clipboard and a pen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming today because I've heard reports of abuse in this household.
Dianthus, what do you want to do?
Is it leaving or is it
Yes, it is. It is scampering away, like cursing you in Draconic as it does so.
Sucker.
Sucker.
Finish it.
Oh,
Do
shit.
I'm trying to decide if I kill him or God. Sarah McLachlan.
No, it's not a dog. It's fine.
Do I would know that if I didn't kill him, he'd probably like there'd be a lifelong grudge, right?
Oh, most definitely.
I'm not gonna let it get away.
See, that's fun though.
Oh,
Lifelong grudge against a dragon. That means you've always got something exciting to look forward to.
I will give you an attack of opportunity because it's trying to actively run from you.
But also, that is the smart thing to do. Just fucking,
Yes.
just.
Yeah, that's the smart thing to do. So
In the meantime, I'm going to rifle through Connor's stuff and find his healing potion.
Yes. Okay,
And-
that's
and
perfect. That's
Get
perfect.
him back up to snuff.
Connor, you just roll,
So okay, I roll for this then.
yep, you get to roll that. And that's what you roll.
2d6.
DIY healing potion, 2d6 plus con.
Dianthus, what are you doing to attack? While
I got a 14.
I'm
I am full health.
nice.
the only thing my owl has is his talons.
Yep.
So I'm gonna get close and
You could dive bomb it again. I mean, like those birds of praise do.
yeah,
Alive.
I'm gonna dive. I am going to try to make it quick and painless though. So I'm gonna try to like talon into the heart kind of situation.
We can't tell into its heart unless you can tell it all the way through its body.
I don't know how
Break
big my
its
claws
spine.
You can break its spine, yeah,
are. Okay.
or its
Yeah.
neck, or
Just a basic strength, or do I?
yeah. No, it's an
do-
attack.
Oh, okay.
It's
So I
a
can use
claw
my
attack.
talon attack.
Yep.
Okay. That's not so great. That's a 13.
It won't do it.
Okay.
You pounce on it, but you don't seem to do anything this time.
Can I pounce and stay on top of him, like pin him?
You can try. It's going to be a grapple check again.
Okay.
I would get. Well, yeah.
No, you said
Come on.
get away.
Okay.
Oh wait, he can't fly. I'm
can't
gonna
fly.
fly away. That's a good
You
point.
you
I'm gonna fly away.
You pounce and doesn't do anything, and it whips its head around and looks at you and says, "You'll die for this."
I'm gonna fly back away as far as I can.
Kind of feigns like it's going to breath weapon, and it like bulges itself up like it's going to, and then sprints away as far as it can, like jumping off the side of this plateau and running for the forest.
It's running for the hills.
Any cover, yeah, running. We're running away from hell,
Oh,
but it is running for its life.
that dragon better not meet up with those hobgoblins that are pissed at us.
You mean the
Well, how
hobgoblins? Or
fast
you mean
can
the
it run?
halflings? Oh, you know what? It's not going to run. Thank you for reminding me.
Why?
As soon as it hits the bottom of the plateau, it burrows.
Oh shit!
Poop.
So,
How fast can it? How big is this hole that it burrows?
Big enough for that wormling to go through.
But not big enough for me to fly into.
No, you're a giant owl.
You said we were the same size.
You're a little bigger.
Okay.
We can't fly. Like it's like a little scrawny little snake guy. So it's going to be like the hole isn't going to be as wide
Yeah.
as you think it would be.
It's not a boulet.
True. Okay,
All right.
so he is out of my range, right?
You can't even see him.
I'm gonna fly over and poop in the hole.
And that certainly isn't going to come back to haunt us in any way.
You'll leave an owl pellet for him. All right. While you're you're defecating on its fleeing body. The rest of you, what are you doing now that Connor's up? You can, like I said, you can
About shape
hear,
into a mole.
Taking
Yeah.
a healing potion.
Go look at my other option.
you can hear. You know what, Timothy? You can hear a familiar voice in the other room, kind of hissing instructions at what you're assuming are kobolds who are.
Oh, you know what I know what those fuckers did.
What do you guys want to do?
I would like to take a general assessment of the area I am regaining consciousness in, because
So you're looking, and there's a 10-foot wide, 7-foot hole in front of you. The cave goes backwards too, but in front of you there's a hole, and you can see into this hole. It's into another room, but it's a room that's like stone.
like carved stone.
Stone. There's a dim blue radiant light in the room. You can see bookshelves, and then just a whole bunch of books and scrolls and things just laying on the floor in front of these bookshelves. Looks like maybe they just jumped everything off of it.
And you said there's another room next to us where we're hearing pickaxes in a familiar
That's
voice.
the room you're looking into, but you know it's further in the room. You're just seeing like the first part of the room.
Well, I don't know, Tim. You're the
let's
sneaky one. You're the
slip into the shadows.
Oh,
Stealthy
yeah.
time.
Okay, you're stealth for me.
Skills. Stealth. 21.
You slide in there, and the room's low light because the only thing that's giving off light when you turn around the corner and look are two large arcane drawings. One is would that be 20 by 20 foot square that is arcane runes drawn into the floor, and in the middle sits a desk and a chair. Across the full breadth and scope of this room, there is a glowing blue set of runes that are constantly moving and shaping into a portal. You get a good look, and there's 5 kobolds with mining gear on, and a green dragonborn giving them directions as they rifle through a desk, or not a desk, a table, like looks like an alchemist table, but not the same one that's in the rooms. It's a different one.
So
Just another table
the
room.
green dragonborn is the same one that was with us at the house. Okay. Any significant markings on the kobolds?
You do recognize them as Fire Scale.
Okay.
Or Fire Claw, I think that's what their names were. Fire Claw.
Fireclaw, yep.
I keep wanting to call them Fire Scale for some reason.
Can I see these runes?
You have to go into the room.
Okay.
He stealthed into the room.
I guess would I be able to tell that this green dragonborn is familiar to us?
You'd have to go in the room.
Okay.
Because currently you're in the cave entrance thing. Kind of just holding steady.
So I think I'm going to pull a dagger and go, attempt to off our little green dragonborn.
Okay, you got a sneak attack here. You got a surprise attack. Are you gonna let your teammates know? I mean, they know you went in there, but you're gonna signal them that you're about to go.
I have. Yes, I will. I actually have Thief Can't, which is like a
hand signal, but
signal.
But they have to be able to speak it.
Right, but I mean, we're going to
It's also
try
can
to
be written.
Okay. Yeah, and that's what I'll kind of motion to be like, hey, I'm going to go fuck
Okay.
someone.
Yeah, I assume you guys have all worked enough together that they've got a good idea when someone's like, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, I guess I will keep I'll hold a ray of frost.
Yeah.
For if
and we're not even in initiative, so I'll just say you've got it prepped and ready to go.
Yeah, I'll hold a ray of frost for if Timothy is not able to put her down.
Gelgath, what would you like to prep to do?
Yeah, I've just got my warhammer and shield out, and sort of coiled to spring into the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna Ray of Frost just so that the team knows I can reduce movement speed by 10 feet with that. So if I can hit him and she's not dead, I can hit her and slow her down, maybe keep her from getting too far out of reach.
Okay. Timothy, make me a stealth check and then make your attack if it's successful. Because I am going to roll one more time to see if I sense you.
Stealth is at 23.
I did not sense you in the least bit.
Gotta love the +8 on stealth. All right, so attack does a 19 hit.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be taking 6 and 4, 10 points of damage, max damage.
That was with sneak attack?
Yeah, the sneak attack is just 1d6, and then the dagger is 1d4. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. That's 1d4 plus 4, so 14 total.
Perfect. At that point, Gravish turns around and kind of tries to like step backwards because of sneak attack. And you, Gelgath and Connor, can do your stuff now.
Okay, I want a Ray of Frost.
Now, Ray of Frost, my question about it is it's one target or is it line? Because
it's a one target. It's just a cantrip, so it's nothing super fancy.
What do I need to roll for?
It's an attack roll for me.
Oh, it's attack roll.
So D20 plus 6 in a 60-foot range. If I hit, it's 1d8 cold damage, and her movement speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
For I think just one round until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
It's a 9. Fuck.
That does not hit. Gelgath.
All right. I will. Is she close enough where I can just run in there and whack her, or?
No, you could double move and get in her face though.
Okay.
It's like 60 feet.
Oh, okay. Then this turn I'll just move and chuck a javelin.
Oh yeah, even better. Yeah.
All right, that is a total of 21 to hit.
Yes.
And only 5 damage.
Still, you guys have almost taken half your hit points in your sneak round. So we are now in initiative. So I'd like you guys to roll initiative. I also want to ask Dianthus, what are you doing now that the Kildantir has run away, broed away, hobbled away?
Run for his petty little life.
I actually was looking up stats to go after it in the ground.
Okay, we'll get back to that.
Okay.
I'm going in 22, I believe.
I got a 9.
Let me make sure. I know I rolled the 20, so I know that. I am going at 22, yeah.
I'm going at 23.
And 21.
Oh, dang! All right, Timothy, you're right there in her face.
Well, since I have the dagger out, let's just take another shot.
And you'd be going before her in the round, so you'd also get sneak attack if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that's still sneak attack.
Yes, I believe that's how that works.
We haven't played in like a month. I'm like a little rusty. Longer than a month because we didn't play for a month DNL, and now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm really rusty.
All right. Let's see. Does a 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
The magic number is 14. Just so
Okay.
you guys know.
Nice. And sneak attack. 5 and 8 is 13.
Yeah, she's looking rough. Like you've just carved her up. You stabbed her like in the back, like underneath the little hide outfit. And when she turned around and then sees like Connor barely misses with Ray of Frost, and Gelgath is just charging from ground. It's like, oh my god! And then you're like stabbed right in the side. And she's like, oh god, you're still in my face. So she'll go next. Good lord. She's got a breath weapon right in your face. Make a dex save.
I like dex
She's gonna actually
saves.
take a 5-foot step back to disengage and then breath weapon you.
Save dex. 19.
You'll take half damage of a chlorine gas cloud.
Oof.
You'll take a total of 5.
Okay.
Then she is going to roll to use that to hide. And she will get a terrible roll. So, Gelgath, you're up, and she's not hidden. You're like, nice try.
All
I
right.
rolled a 2, so.
I'm doing kind of like a move by, like I'm using my momentum to just slap her as I go by with the hammer. Let's see. That is a total of 17 to hit.
Yes.
And, 9 damage, 9 bludgeoning.
She goes down.
Nice.
Sweet.
Good job.
You're not sure if you killed her, but she collapses. You know you broke a lot of bones. And Cag is reunited with some of his fellow tribesmen, and they're all jumping up and down and yeeping together.
So we don't know if she's dead or not.
You'd have to check.
Oh, seeing the celebrating, kobolds with pickaxes, I'll just say, would you like to do the honors?
Nice.
Cag kind of looks at the other kobolds. He walks up, twirls his battle axe, and takes her head off.
Nice.
Without like any question,
Hell
and then
yeah.
they go back to celebrating.
I'll salute him. Well done.
And you're kind of like, you look at that and you're kind of impressed that a little guy has such a big battle
Oh, yeah.
axe.
Yep.
So you're in a room.
Can I see what language these runes are in now? I guess I'm wondering if they're
They're
like
they're dwarvish.
through Dwarven. Okay, I was
They're
wondering.
like a dialect of dwarvish between dwarvish and giantish. Actually,
I speak giant, so I don't know.
Gelgath, you would be able to read these because they're kind of like an ancient form of Goliath.
Yeah, if it looks like Connor can also kind of make it out,
You guys
Yeah,
can
because
consult.
I can read giants and
Yeah.
primordial.
Yeah, you
let's
guys
see
can
if we
consult
figure
together
this
on
out.
So as you kind of start to look at that, you're able to suss out that the one around the table is like a buffer spell. It would have basically blocked anything in that square going straight up. So you can't get through it unless you know the actual code word to unlock it.
Sure, there's a key or something of some kind.
You're pretty sure, based upon your reading, it is a word.
A word.
Which is probably what they were rifling through the desk and shit for.
Could be. Yeah, that's a good point.
All those books and paperwork back.
I guess
when-
I'm wondering if there's any indication whether or not this is like a Varon Earthmane site.
So as you're looking, you can actually see bits of paper on that desk from far away, and you can see just far enough to see in a journal, which looks like it's by Voron, and it says, "It's fitting that the lantern's elemental flame grants access to my library. Only the knowledge in these books has granted me the power to tame the very elements. My mastery over earth and stone only grow stronger by the day. I excavated the tomb in record time, and the portal opens perfectly when I use the whistle of my design. I wish I didn't need the tomb itself, but I've chased off one too many grave robbers over the past few months, and I just could not risk Locantra's body being stolen again.
So they're trying to open a tomb, presumably to steal his body.
I've moved entire blocks of earth at once, but now Locantra is safe underground, and the dead shall finally lie in peace. I have but one chamber left to build, but it will be the most difficult of all, and I am almost finished with the key. Just one final enchantment, and the battle standard shall be complete. You guys want to check for anything else in the room? Do you want to do?
I would like to look for anything of
There's a portal
value.
there. Or you can also see where, and Cobalt show you where they mined in.
Are these
Where do you want to
new
look?
kobolds? Have we not seen these guys before?
They're part of Kag's tribe.
Okay, so okay.
They were just pulled aside and forced to dig.
These guys weren't with the caravan?
They were, but they were separated off when you guys...
Okay. So they presumably have found another way into this place.
There is a tunnel that they came
through,
that they came into here.
Yeah, in the sinkhole we came in, that was just a one room cave, right? There wasn't like any other.
It goes back the other way too. It's just a cave system.
Okay.
The kobold, like Kag's folks tell you that like they were forced that Hesskin's folks had already been digging their way to this, and they were just forced to finish it once all the calamity was taken back. And then they came through, and Hesskin and his people blew the whistle, opened the portal, and went through.
I'd like to search the Dragonborn body.
You don't find a lot.
Okay.
The knives are nice.
I'll take the knives.
I mean, they're very nice. So you've still got the pile of books. You've got the alchemist table, but you can't get to the study table unless you can suss out the magic word.
Can I take a look at the page that I was just what you were reading to us just now, and see if I can like? Is there any word on that?
It's inside that protected.
I guess from what I was able to read.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if any of those words stand out to me. If it feels like a word would be what you needed to pass through this barrier.
It doesn't
like just on the page or whatever that I can see.
There's nothing really there that's able to tell you that. But there's like runes carved into the wall as well. If you want to spend some time deciphering those.
Sure. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. See if there's anything on the wall that like maybe matches up with what's.
Connor and Gelgath can make me investigation checks, please.
Okay. I only have a +1 to this, so
5.
I've got a 13.
There's a word, and it looks familiar. Gelgath, to you, it just doesn't look. It looks so. It's like so close to something you should know, but it's just not catching. 1 second. I wanted to say that. For Connor, this is like a step too far from giant. But with your roll, you realize it's something called Terran, and you're pretty sure that's what Earth Elementals speak.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So if you want to work together and you want to give Gelgath advantage with your help.
I speak Primordial, too.
Not the same language, though.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like maybe related or something. Okay.
Oh, it is. I thought in 5e Primordial was like...
Yeah, I thought Primordial is the language of the of elementals.
And Terran's like a dialect of that.
Yeah. So it's a little closer though to that mix of Goliath, giant, dwarf.
Okay, so this is just like very clear, like a very old language.
Mhm.
So advantage, would that mean I get to roll another die since I already rolled one?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because you guys are working together on this.
Mhm.
I'll let you each roll a dice, and we'll take the higher number.
Okay.
All right, big man. Let's put our heads together, see what we can figure out. Got a natural 1, so not me.
And it was investigation.
Yes.
Then 17.
Nice.
You realize it is the name on the note. Locath, I want to say. Locantra
Okay.
is what the rune in Terran says.
Does that name mean anything to me?
Not currently.
Okay.
So this again, I guess just so that I'm writing stuff down in my notes correctly based on what my character knows. The journal that we can see but can't touch, is that like obviously something from Voron?
Yeah, this looks like it's a desk, like a desk of his. It's a very it looks like if this was a couple hundred, 500, 600 years ago, this would be the height of luxury desk. But because it's been in this room for that long,
Well,
in this sealed room, like there was not an entrance to
sure.
this room. It was
Yeah.
this was knocked in. There was only the portal.
Okay. Well, if they were able to portal in here, where are the rest of them? And also,
They didn't portal in. They went through the portal they activated with the whistle.
Yeah,
sure.
they basically portaled out of this room.
Okay.
Where did they portal to is the real question.
Yeah.
We don't want to find out yet.
'Cause I think the only person who might have that information is Dianthus.
I guess, Gilgath, you want to see if this name?
I would ask you, Dianthus, did you share what you saw over Hesskin's shoulder?
Oh yeah, I would have shared everything.
So you're able to put two and two together, and what you have figured out is Voran has many rooms basically scattered throughout what is now the Chaos Scar. And he used portals. So he didn't have a straight up keep or tower. He had just rooms that were all interconnected by portals.
Just some fucking wizard shit.
Yeah, straight up wizard shit. Some cool wizard
Wizards, so pretentious.
So if you guys share this information about
Dianthus
this
shared
name,
this a while back.
well, no, I'm saying that
Definitely,
like
no,
the guys,
definitely.
the name with the runes down here.
Mhm.
I'm going to start rifling through like the paperwork on the other everything else in the room to see if I can locate this name that they're talking about.
If I like pick up a rock on the floor and throw it at this barrier, like it just bounces off of it,
Yep.
it doesn't get like incinerated or anything like
It
that.
bounces off. It's just a wall
Okay.
of four. It's like a cubic.
I want to just walk up to it, tentatively try and put my hand like not on it quite yet, but as I want to say the name of this woman.
You go right through it.
And what?
You go right through it.
We figured it out. I'm gonna reach through and give Gilgath a high five, and I guess start looking through the desk, and then we can get to that whenever.
Okay, so the desk has a lot of stuff, but almost all of it's just shot because it's been here.
Sure, just like totally decomposing and falling apart and stuff.
Anything
Anything metal? Anything that would hold up to time?
Not really, because that's not really what Voran was all about. What you do find is in a small glass case is a piece of chalk that has runes like burned into it.
Can I make an Arcana check
You can.
if I know
I-
recognize it?
You'll need a 20 because otherwise this is so old that
Yeah, I just want just on the off chance. I don't have a very good Arcana bonus, but I'm like a sorcerer, so maybe I've read something or just kind of got interested. No, that's a 4. Not even close. I'll just show it. I was like, I don't know, found this piece of chalk. Clearly something's up with this. If anybody else wants to take a look at it, you can. Otherwise, I can just put it in my bag for now and we can hang on to it.
Okay.
Would I have any insights about what chalk might be used for in the casting of spells, like as a spell component?
For runes,
Like out of character, I have some ideas, but in character,
you'd know that it's for runes.
I guess specifically, would I have an idea of what are there sort of specific spells that I might think this could be used for? I can roll if you'd like, or
no, I won't make you roll. You look at the runes burned into the chalk, and they're very similar to the runes floating that are the portal.
Okay. All right.
So what you're also realizing is the runes on where the portal is, they're not so much carved as they've been drawn.
So if you let me in character, I guess I think I'd be able to extrapolate that, even if I don't know what these runes mean, based on the way they match up with the portal. This is a piece of chalk that is somehow specifically tied to creating teleportation magic or something, with some sort of special property to it or something. Okay, because okay. Yeah, so this is arcane. This is a piece of arcane chalk. This
dark.
I don't know haven't spent enough time learning how to do anything with this type of thing yet. But I know that pretty powerful wizards can use this to make teleportation circles.
You can just call it Voron's Eternal Chalk.
Okay.
You should draw hopscotch on the ground and see what happens.
I feel like that is a waste.
Yeah. That may not be a good idea. Did anyone else want to go through? Someone was going through the books previously.
I was.
You do find a history of the elemental chaos book, co-penned by Mordenkainen.
Mordenkainen.
You find a bunch of books that are in real rough shape that you probably need mend to fix. You don't know what they are, but a mend could probably put them back together.
Boy,
You
someone
said
in
a history of elemental what?
The history of the elemental chaos.
Someone in this group has mending.
I don't.
I do.
You're not here.
You're trying to dig after a dragon and kill it by yourself.
Also, you find a good amount of alchemical chemicals on the alchemy bench that are still valuable. I mean, they're still workable. But the big thing you find is 2 pristine bottles of alchemist acid.
I'll pack all that stuff right in. The 2 books, or the 3 books rather, the 2 that need mended, and then this one, and then the alchemical gear.
The one thing you realize is there is another hole in the wall. And the thing you realize by looking at it, it's another damaged area that looks like it's caved in, that is literally an impact point from part of whatever hit the Chaos Scar. But this was so powerful that even this meteor or whatever this calamity was that struck the planet didn't destroy this room. It damaged it, but didn't destroy it.
Wizard shit.
All right, so Dianthus.
Yes.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Bill, I don't want to have a forever dragon grudge, so I'm just going to have to put it out of its misery. Return it back to the earth from where it came from. That's her thing. She's a Circle of the Spores druid. Full circle. Full circle.
Hey.
So as a bonus action, I can drop my form, and as an action, I can take on new form because I got 2. And so I've narrowed it down. I think I'm going to be a giant wolf spider.
Okay.
I can crawl and I got poison.
Nice.
And when I
crawl,
how fast can I crawl?
What's your speed?
40.
You're faster than Calendir can burrow.
Ooh, shit, yes.
So you're able to catch up.
He's gonna be a turn ahead of me though, because it's gonna take an action to turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
He probably also thinks that you're not coming after him.
maybe.
So
Spike's making me feel bad.
you start to follow, and you're making good headway, and then you hear a crashing sound, and you can see Calathandir burrow itself into a larger burrowed tunnel,
Okay.
much larger.
Okay, so now I'm gonna be stealthy and figure out what's going on.
You got the spider.
Oh yeah, no, I have spider climb, web sense, web walker.
Calathandir is in this big tunnel and like kind of looks stunned, and is trying to like turns around and looks at you if it smells the air and says, "I can smell you. You would be better served to flee, and I will call this even. Continue to hunt me, and I guarantee my escape, and that I will come for you and everything you have or ever will care for, and I will leave it a husk." Make me a perception check.
You do scary very well, Ben.
I didn't think that was very good. I had much more I could have said, but I kind of bumbled it.
No, it's good. What's perception? Is that
Wisdom.
wisdom? Okay. 13.
Because you're a giant spider, you're a little more in tune with vibration. The tiny hairs all over your spider form start to just shudder as you feel a tremor in the ground. And then another tremor. And then another tremor. Calathandir continues to see that you and threaten you. And then stops. And then turns and looks around.
Does he look scared?
Yeah. And says, "What have you done?" The ground beneath Calathandir opens up, and old gem crust crests through the ground. Like a shark breaching. And whoosh, what do you want to do?
Wow.
I'm out.
Peace.
Peace out. I'm done.
Backing up.
What came out?
Old
Gem
gem
crust.
crust.
Old
The big
gem
boule.
crust. The giant nasty bulette.
Wow.
The gem encrusted giant primordial boule.
Yeah, I'm
Back up.
out as fast as I can crawl.
You can't tell if it got eaten or just got crushed or if it whatever happened, because you turned and ran too goddamn fast.
Yeah, no, I'm out. I'm done. That's good. Back.
What do you want to do when you get out of the hole?
I'm gonna go to the hole that they fell down and climb down it.
You climb up the side of the plateau in your spider form, and when you do, right behind you, old gem crest crests right as you reach the top of it and just sits, looking up at you. Calathandir hanging out of the side of its mouth. It ragdolls it like a dog would, spits it out, and then burrows right through the plateau.
Towards me?
No, just like,
Oh God.
it's kind of like, I've seen you, now you've seen me. And what you're pretty sure a boule could not dig through, it just easily tunnels right through.
Oh, great. Good. That's good. That's good.
Now you've got a different giant lizard enemy.
When you head
I
back.
mean, it's in spider form, yeah.
So, well, and who said Calathandir was dead? Super Spike.
At least I didn't do it.
Yeah. So you make your way all the way back, and I'll say you pretty easily catch up while they're ransacking the room and getting all their information. Dianthus, you arrive and see the small group of kobolds that have remained to survive. Gelgath, Timothy, and Connor as they stare at a blue shimmering portal.
Are you,
So,
you still in spider form too?
I will drop my form when I show up.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be like, oh no!
This dude was a giant snake. Connor doesn't like snakes, so that would have been a problem.
I almost did a giant centipede.
Hi Dianthus. I hope you had a good time. I almost died. And we found a bunch of cool stuff. Here, take a look. And I will show her for my part the chalk that I found and the runes that Gaelgath and I translated and get her up to speed on that stuff.
That works. What do you guys want to do? What's your next step here?
I'm going to hand her the 2 books that need mended as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Well, there's multiple. There's more than 2.
Okay.
You're sure 2 at least are salvageable. And how many times do you mend is a cantrip, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mend is a cantrip.
For me, yes.
I want you and Timothy to both roll a d4 and then add the scores together.
3.
I rolled a 1.
Besides the 2, there's 4 more salvageable books.
So we got 6 total. Sweet.
I can sit down, mend that.
What would you guys like to do?
I have a question about the map that Dianthus would have described to us, I guess. So maybe I don't know, wouldn't be able to know this. Was it like apparent that these rooms were oriented on this map in such a way that, like, if you kind of overlaid a map of the region that we're in on top of it, that could potentially, like, it wouldn't line up or anything? No,
not anymore. Not anymore, because
I suppose like things have shifted around and
maybe at one point, yes, but this area was completely decimated. Some of those rooms
earthquakes and all kinds of shit. Okay.
So what the kind of prevailing rumor is that something fell from the sky and literally destroyed everything here.
That's always good. Things falling from the sky. Well, we've got the portal. I do not know what any of these runes say. I do think that this piece of chalk can probably create similar portals. I don't know if it would all go to the same place, but something tells me that this chalk, well, I should say, chalk can be used as a magical spell component for anyone who is not aware of that. This feels like extra special chalk. So
this is less a component and more an item.
Yeah, this is like an enchanted. This is like an enchanted item. Feels like maybe this piece of chalk makes portals that only go to a specific place, or creates portals with specific conditions or something. I don't know.
Based upon your examination of the portal, the chalk is part of activation.
So since we're looking at the portal and we see this blue glowy thing in the middle, right? The runes along the outside, do those look like they're made from chalk?
No, those are carved.
Those are carved. Okay.
Yeah. But what it looks like is the chalk is used to write on some of those carved ruins to magically activate them.
There is chalk on the archway then?
Do you think there was? But not because it was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
So basically, it's going to the last place that it knew.
Mm-hmm.
And presumably, if more of our employer's troop came through here, I say as I point Dianthus towards the body of the dead green dragonborn, they went through there. I don't know if they knew what was in there. I don't think any of us know what's in there.
Well, you know they had the whistle to activate it.
They had the whistle.
What you also know is they don't have the chalk.
Yeah, I got the chalk. Is the container the chalk is in? Is that something that I can like open up?
Yeah, you can open. It's just a very ornate.
I just want to very quickly just like take the piece of chalk. I don't want to like draw any specific symbols or anything. I just want to find like an open piece of the wall or something and just like make a line and see if like it looks like I'm using any chalk.
No, when you actually use it, it leaves like red chalk, and when you try to touch the red chalk, it stays.
Mhm.
You can't rub it off. And the chalk, nothing happens to the chalk.
Okay. So, definitely magic chalk. But I don't personally know enough about this sort of thing to be able to really understand what we have here, potentially. It could be just a really nice piece of magic chalk, and that's it. But given that it looks like it pairs up with that portal real nicely...
Oh,
Yeah.
you figured out it's
Yeah.
You need the chalk to activate the portal.
Okay.
Without the chalk, the portal doesn't work.
Could I make an insight check to see if I could like maybe like run through my head if I could come up with an idea of how that would be done?
Yeah, I mean, just by kind of looking at the stuff you've been able to figure out that Voran used different items to activate, like the whistle was for this portal. But you need to do the chalk to activate the portal so the whistle would work.
Okay.
So they just thought it was the whistle.
So wherever they are right now, they probably don't have any way to get back.
As long as the portal's open, they do. But if,
Right.
if the portal was to close...
And that's what I'm getting at is how do we close this portal?
Blow it up.
I don't
No,
think
you
you
use
that.
chalk to
Use the
like
chalk somehow.
Or just what do you do? What else could you do with chalk?
Just
that's drawn?
wipe it off.
You want to try to wipe it off?
I don't know. Do we though? Because those dudes, one, they owe us money. Two,
No, you guys got paid already.
We got prepaid.
Oh, we got
The
prepaid.
guild,
Nice,
the
nice,
guild
nice.
gets
Okay.
paid. guild does not send it.
Oh, sure. And then the guild.
They don't
gives-
send.
all right.
They don't send people out without
Okay.
getting paid.
Well, all right. So they're assholes, but we also don't know if they have any more innocent kobold friends with us.
They
with
don't.
them. They don't. We know that they don't.
You
Okay.
know they don't.
They're after something. So if we can trap them where they're at, I think we're better off.
I think so too. I just feel like we're missing an opportunity to rub salt in their wound.
Well, us trapping them where they're at too.
And
Well,
I'm determined to find a way to do that because
Throw-
they're dicks, and that
throw-
one guy is a cheater.
We still have a halfling bomb. Throw it through the portal and
I got
close it.
grease.
I gave
Is that what you guys want to do?
I gave
That's what
Gilgaff
I'd
my
like to do.
halfling bomb.
Can I? Yeah, I just want to
And
like.
We
Poke my-
we could feign ignorance,
Don't
even if
poke
they
your head
find
through
us.
magic.
We didn't do it.
That's a bad idea.
I live with poking my head through magic. I'm a sorcerer. My head's always poking through magic.
Yeah, but if we
So
if we
grease bomb and then bomb.
No, I want to. Okay, one. I just
and
want to
then
like.
chalk wipe away.
Can I just like put my face through just to like see what's on the other
No,
side?
here's the thing.
No.
If we're gonna blow it up, we should blow it up in a way where we can feign ignorance of like we don't know anything about it. If you poke your head through and they see your face,
You're
and then they
correct.
see us back into town, that's it. We're done. You know.
I'm going with let's
Yeah,
throw
but here's
grease
the other thing. We know that though that fucker killed a guy who like is a friend of everybody in town.
Doesn't
No.
matter. He still has a team and he's still alive.
We got a whole town.
Here's
Our
the
word
thing.
against his.
These are rooms that don't have access points.
Mm-hmm. They can't get
The
out
only,
if we close the
the
portal.
only way to get into them is by portals. So
Mm-hmm.
if we throw a grease bomb in and then followed by a halfling bomb and then close the portal, those fuckers don't have a way out.
Mm.
Plus, whatever destroyed room in town will know where they're at.
Exactly.
I just think don't poke your head in case they see you, because if they survive it, we got.
Also, you
Marks on
can't
our
just
head.
poke your head in the portal.
Yeah,
No,
the
you have to
the
go
reason
through
I
the
want
portal.
the reason I want to see what's on the other side is because we don't actually know like where they're oriented. So we could just chuck this shit through and it like lands in a corner, does nothing, and they just kind of all look at it and go, and go back to doing whatever they were doing, you know?
There is
Like-
the risk too if we chuck it through and blow it up, we hurt innocent people. depending on where the room's at.
There are no more kobolds with them.
It goes back to the scar though. It's a whole town. It's
No, this goes to one of Valen's rooms.
Isn't that in the scar?
Yeah,
they're like subterranean rooms.
Subterranean.
They're all isolated rooms, like scattered all over.
It doesn't go back to Restwell Keep, I think, is what you're thinking.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
He's got, like you saw on that map, there's these just rooms randomly throughout the entirety of the Chaos Scar underground that were connected all by portals rather than by hallways.
Okay. Then I say we just destroy it and we see if he makes his way out.
Again, I just feel like we're missing an opportunity to rub salt in the wound. Like, I want it to feel, for me, I want it to be personal. But
do you want to rub salt in the wound, or do you want to live to see another day?
We can do both.
I mean,
we can.
We already have a
reputation. We can do both.
We already have a reputation of using grease bomb and that followed by an explosive. And so
you're gonna have to find a halfling bomb guy.
Yeah, but the other
bomb guy, I got a guy.
I need a bomb guy.
We don't need to waste two. We just do one.
We don't need to.
Save the other one for a rainy day.
No, you're right.
What do you want to do?
Well, again, I feel like whoever's going to throw them needs to step through so they know kind of where to like aim a little bit.
No, don't. Just chuck it in.
We don't know.
The best.
Okay, well, yeah. Whatever. We don't need to get hung up on this.
It's not worth going through and potentially getting stuck, and also maybe being there when the bomb goes off.
Yeah, that is definitely possible.
I mean,
or him seeing, yeah, they have the
I just don't like
him seeing it with you, and they get out, and then they come hunt you down later on. It's not.
I kind of feel like no matter what happens, there's like a big question mark over whether or not this is going to come back to bite us in the ass.
Just take some charcoal and write "FU" on the bomb, and
either like because. I'm down. I'm in the camp of just chuck them and run. But my sort of thought process is here. There's not too many other people around in this area, so unless they just assume that we're dead, I think they're gonna kind of go like, "Oh, we know who did that, no matter what."
No, there was nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
There was no way to think that you guys were going to get collapsed and then get into a sinkhole. That's like a hell of a big assumption.
It's a big assumption, but again, not who else is it going to be? And these guys are super fucking shady, and people who are super fucking shady like to generally, at least in my experience, to jump to conclusions and then don't like to change their minds.
Well, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Like Don't put yourself in a situation that we could potentially talk our way out of now. Versus if you pop your head and they see your face, we cannot talk our way out of that. I've done.
Got a grease bomb.
Yeah.
Yes. Spike knows. Do it for Tongue Guy. These guys deserve it. But anyways, we can talk about this for an hour. I'm
bomb,
Dianthus,
bomb.
I'm going with you. I'm going with your plan. I've just got a grease bomb. So whoever wants to throw the firebomb in.
You don't have to do it. So I'm assuming one person's throwing, the other person's throwing, and then you're wiping the chalk as quickly as possible.
The rest of us will be wiping chalk.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. It goes off without a hitch. You don't even hear the explosions. It's literally just as soon as you wipe the littlest bit, and when you do so, you realize just how old the chalk is that's there. And you think if this chalk had been relayed before they went through, you would not be able to wipe this. Maybe for a bit of time. So it's kind of like they just kind of lucked into this portal actually working.
Idiots.
Because they didn't look for the chalk. Anything else you guys want to do before you head back?
No.
I'm gonna tell
you
them.
Want to hit there? Do you want to go back to where the wagons are?
Yes, but I'm also gonna tell them that Gem Crest is in the area. So we
sick. All right, cool.
Make a quick retreat.
Speaking of that, do you want to then take the wagons, or do you just want the wagons go?
I feel like one wagon will be good because we can probably get back a little bit faster.
We're not as nimble and we'll make more noise.
Yeah, but if we get chased by something,
but they're also
we move way faster on a horse. I'm a human with human legs.
And I'm a halfling with halfling legs.
Yeah, we got we
with half human legs.
horse fast. Human, not so much.
Horse attract a lot of noise for Gemcrest to follow.
They're not even horses.
No, they're like larger than oxen, but not huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're not aurochs, but they're a little bit bigger than oxen.
Well, the way the scale is, which do we think is more dangerous, more noise or not being able to move fast if we need to?
I'd rather take the wagons.
I'm
honestly
in that camp as well because if
Yeah.
here's the thing, things that can sense tremors in the ground, it doesn't have to be loud for them to do that. So like they could just hear us. If he's like 100 feet away, Gemcrest could probably just feel us, and just by chance. This way, at least we can try and run.
We have a Goliath with us, so it's not like we're going to be stepping lightly.
Mm-hmm.
I would like you all to roll me percentile dice.
Oh, percentiles. Well, I am at 50.
64.
69.
48.
Or no, sorry, I'm 5. I'm just 5, not 50. I'm 005. I did it backwards.
Who's riding in what wagons?
Well, how many wagons were there?
2.
2? I mean, I don't think we need 2 wagons. I think we just take 1, really.
So I'm going to cut you. I'm going to cut you some slack. You've got the wagons kind of not hooked together, but one following the other. You're all in the front wagon. As you're making your way back, the second wagon does not make it, and neither does the oxen that's pulling it.
Mm-hmm.
You get far closer to old Gemcrest than you would prefer.
Yeah.
Because my thing was like, if it's a 05 or it's a 95 and above, there's gonna be some Gemcrest. And you were like, I got a 5. I
got a 5. Yep.
Because you guys thought you were only
I
taking,
thought about it.
because you guys thought you were only taking 1 and there were 2. I'm just gonna do it that way.
Okay.
So you're able to rush away as it chomps down this entire wagon and massive like dire oxen.
Yeah. Pride.
And you make your way back to Restwell Keep. So what's in the cart? What's in the cart? Ah, God.
What's in the cart? It's just a bunch of heads.
No.
Take the whole
It's
gag
a
to
bunch of
extreme.
stuff that we're going to have to figure out offline. Because I think what I'm going to do is I think next prep school, that's what we're going to do.
Ooh.
We're going to go through and we're going to do some random rolling. Chat is going to come up with some ideas on what they think would be cool. They are responsible for the slow meringue, for God's sakes.
I have
And
a couple.
for Mick's bigger knife.
That's a great item.
I think we'll do that because I think that would be super fun for them. It's a dire ox and it's eating just stands at you.
I was, obviously we were running short on time, but I would have advocated to let those other 2 oxen go if we were only going to take 1 cart.
So I
Old
think
Gemcrest got a nice lunch.
think that's where we're at then. I mean, you all walked away with, I can't remember how much gold I said, but
100.
100.
Yeah, 100, which isn't a bad haul. You made some friends. You also have earned some eternal enmity.
What?
Enmity? I can't say that word.
What was the name of the guy with the cup?
Enmity.
Enmity, is that? Yeah,
Enmity,
I can
yeah.
never say words correctly. Riggit.
That's right. I wrote it in my paper because that man, if he ever comes back, I want that fucking cup just to spite him.
It's on my list of things to yoink.
The other thing I didn't think to do, which I absolutely should have done, was kind of having now gotten into the confidence of these guys and knowing that fucker was cheating. I absolutely should have started telling the people he worked with that he's cheating and taking their money. I didn't think about it until after we would fall into the sinkhole.
Where can people find everybody? What's everybody else got going on before we jump off?
You can find me here and then also sometimes on prep school. That's about it at the moment.
This is the pettiest of groups.
Hey,
It's
you
my-
know what? I'm a forever DM. I like to. Sometimes it's fun to just kind of cut loose.
It should be. That's the whole point.
The other character I play is a goblin rogue soul knife. So, ha!
You can find me here, and sounds like I might want to start joining prep school here too.
Prep school is a good time. The chat is awesome. I think, like I said, I think we're gonna do. We'll either do that this next time, or I think we were gonna work on some Star Wars. Was another thing we'd be talking about, because we might do a monthly Star Wars game that's kind of like Chaos Scar.
Fun.
Ooh.
So using Power by the Apocalypse. Darren, where can people find you?
I'm a volunteer for Missing Children Minnesota, and I've been working on fundraisers for them. We had one in March where we had a board game raffle, and people went to Bent Brew Distillery in Roseville and had some beer, saw some game demos we had there, and people, we had about 15 board games or so raffled off. So
That's awesome. I know you had talked about. I'd like to do a stream for Missing Children Minnesota. I still got to figure out a time and get everybody together. Maybe do a day long set of games like we normally do, and just have some fun, but try to raise a little bit of money. I mean, that'd be awesome.
Oh, and I thought about, you seem to know people who are wrestlers, so
Not as much anymore. I've been doing the wrestling scene for a while.
Oh, okay.
Mike and I got out.
I just got interested in other stuff. Frankly, I don't know. No, there wasn't anything specific. It was more just like I'm just not as interested in this right now. So peace.
Well, we were asked to do the next Heavy On show, but we were like, we'd have to do it post production. We haven't heard anything back. It's been about a month. So, no hard feelings. It just sucks because we did like doing commentary for them.
We might have a Magic the Gathering tournament for charity.
That's awesome.
Cool.
And I would like to do a trivia night, nerd trivia night.
Yeah, please make sure, Darren, to send me that stuff, and I'll make sure to always mention it on streams that you've got going on, because that's such a good cause, and I know how hard you work for it. So I really appreciate everything.
Oh, thank you.
Cassandra, where can people find you?
Nowhere.
She's been a figment of your imagination this whole time.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you want to play Minecraft as bad at games on Friday?
I mean, as long as the fiber's up and running.
I was listening. I noticed, Ben, that you were playing Fallout 76 the other day, and I haven't really played any of that. I did buy it though recently because it was $10 on Steam.
I didn't play it.
Didn't get to play. Yeah.
No, because this idiot installed the wrong game.
Which one?
I hung out with the Townsends while they played, and waited for mine to install. I installed the test server for it.
Oh no!
I was very mad at myself.
Dude, I hate that they do that. Where they put the test servers right next to it. It's
so.
I've done that with a few other games.
Last week, we got ready to play Star Wars Squadrons, and guess who threw up in their own mouth from motion sickness flying a TIE fighter?
Whoa!
So I didn't get to play, but I also found out that I can fly slower ships, and I was like, well, then I'll play if I can fly a ship that does not make me want to vomit.
I know we're wrapping up here, but just because that's very funny and very similar to something that happened to my friend when we were in high school. He was playing a Need for Speed game out on his dad had a projector set up in their backyard for a while. He was playing Need for Speed on it in first person, and he got into a crash playing the game, and he fucking threw up.
I was like, I don't.
Oh God!
So I was like doing the training mission thing, and I was chasing an X-wing, and I was just barrel rolling through this space station debris, and I was like, oh, my eyes kind of, and then I was like, pause, no more. Oh God! So they were like, we're still on, and I'm like, you guys are on. I'm going to go lay down.
I'm
'cause
done.
I just tasted all my
I just
lunch.
failed out of pilot school.
So they were like, oh yeah, like A-Wings and TIE fighters drive like, rocket ships, and everything else is slower. Like, just fly like a B-Wing or, a Y-Wing. And I'd be like, I could do that. But they're
Give me
like,
the TIE
all
interceptor
the
and
TIE
A-Wing.
fighters apparently, except for the TIE Defender, drive like cars that never ever pass the safety inspection.
Dude, give me the TIE interceptor. I want to go. That's my favorite Star Wars fighter.
Still too fast. It's the Defender is
No,
the
it's
one
like
that
the
actually
fastest
handles.
fucking ship in the whole thing. It's so silly.
If you love flight games and fast stuff, that game's great. But for me, it killed me. So it sounds like we might do crafting kids on Friday, and then prep school on Sunday morning at 10, and then down that one's next Monday.
Next Monday.
I'm very excited because we've had a big one on
Fingers
deck for
crossed.
2 or 3 sessions now.
I've had a lot of things come up, so.
TIE Reaper would be slow. I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched, who hung out, and everyone who will catch episodes in the future. We hope you dug it, and I had a lot of fun. I'm sorry.
Oh, I had a blast.
Great session, yeah.
Well, let's call it a night. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye. Yeah.